sports fans, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning and delayed quarterbacks this morning. Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having just a tad patience with us this morning. Apparently, 1 minute before we went live, as would be the case, we lost internet. Looks like AT&T was down yesterday. NDB Media was down. Had to do a quick reset, and we are now live, trolling the digital airwaves. Put your kiddies away. Put your kids away. We are dangerously trolling the waves. I'm the scorekeeper, and you are. Who are you today?
I'm
You are
Anime
Anime
Girl.
Girl. Well, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How's goalkeeper doing?
Irritated because I did not have internet. Just within 30 seconds, I noticed that my camera started to spin, and I was like, what's going on? So I closed the browser, closed the other one, and sure enough, we were down. So had to run
Yeah.
inside, reset the browser. I'm sorry. I did not run inside. That's a colloquialism. I made my way indoors, and my daughter was already adjusting because she's gaming. So, instant response from IT when they're involved. So,
Getting the same problem over here. Every so often my internet just goes, and I sit there and I think, really?
well, apparently there was a major hiccup. I'm sorry. My screen went. I'm like, oh, not again. But it's because I clicked on a link. That's why I paused. The United States had a major hiccup yesterday with AT&T. I don't pretend to know all the details, but it was significant, apparently. So significant this morning that my coffee is sitting over there. See, I'm sure you're able to see that blue bag right there. It has the advertisement, whatever. That is on the corner of a metal hutch. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but I have a coffee
Framework.
machine and stuff over there, and my coffee is like right there.
Well,
I
go get
intend to
it.
go and get it. I'm sorry.
Go get it. Just don't
Arf,
sit there. Go get it.
arf, arf,
Yeah.
arf.
Don't you, Hour? Go get your coffee.
You are the OOD and the con officer this morning. You have the bridge, and I swear, if you see an iceberg, damn it, port round it.
Well, there you go. The scorekeeper needs his liquid crack. And so while he plays with the liquid crack, oh, there you go. See, look, doesn't take him long. And he's back.
And you are relieved. Thank you.
I stand relieved, sir.
As you are. So we will continue on. Oh man, if we're gonna use this naval parlance, it's gonna get a lot better. Sorry.
Really?
I did this at work all the time.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and
Well, the way you're going, we're going to have to go full of stir and start again if you're not careful.
I don't know if I want to go back there right now, but hey, it's all good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Naval Academy graduates of NTV Media, which means we've been thrown on the deep end. That's what I mean by Naval Academy graduates. And it is a good thing this morning. It is a bit cold, but the weather has improved. It has been a tad rainy over the last 2 weeks, but we've had some decent days here. I think the last two, or at least 2 or 3 days. Uh, the mornings did begin at about 54 degrees Fahrenheit, so it wasn't too bad. But we have a weather system moving in, dare I say, and the prognosticator of prognosticators is not here, so you're stuck with me. Today, it's 55 degrees right now here in Hell, otherwise NDB Media headquarters. It's going to get to a high of 74, overnight low of 52, so it's going to be colder tomorrow overnight as we head over to a weekend laced with water. The humidity is 56%, pressure is 30.03 inches, visibility is at 10 miles, and daylight will be in approximately 16 minutes as sunrise is at 6:25 a.m., sunset is at 5:42 p.m. The wind is heading southwest at 3 miles per hour. Dew points at 39 degrees. UV index is 0 of 11. And we are in a full moon phase. Woo-hoo.
Well, we woke up this morning to frost and
Aye,
cars that
Lassie.
looked like ice cubes.
Really?
Yeah. And as I came back from others, the heavens decided to open up. And I thought, somebody up there really is trying to piss me off today. And
You're getting the residue of what hit us. So yes,
uh,
they're
do
trying
you
to
want
piss
it
you
back?
off.
Yeah, do
They
you want
were
it back?
pissing us off. No, no, no. It's going east, as everything should. It should go east because
Yeah,
the
shame
United
it don't get
States,
to
everything is.
Moscow, isn't
If only.
it?
Westward Ho is the United States, and I'm not talking about a person, more likely a thing, but that's all right. Mm. Oh, I had
Yeah,
the
I know.
donut flavor today. What are you
Join the
having?
club. Join the club.
You're having a cup of Joe?
Oh, cool. You damn right I'm having a cup of Joe. I just had a cup of Joe. Before I joined you, I had 2 muffins with sausage patties on.
This is one of the rare mornings that I did have a banana this morning, the and I think
You,
that's it. This is the thinnest I've had in the morning. But tomorrow morning, if we're still able to, I've already scheduled it. We're going to be on tomorrow. And oh, by the way, as a programming note, forgive us, folks. We're going to have a quick internal meeting. Mr. Day may be getting a hold of you because we may want to preempt a waffle program for a significant guest, but you will
oh,
be notified in advance. And I'm
oh, right.
sorry, this is more like a telegraphic encryption more than it is a conversation.
I don't care.
Uh,
Significant other.
we would like you
Ooh.
to be on that program as well, since it would be on that time.
Well, if it's the normal time, there's no reason why I shouldn't be on it.
From time to time, there are guests that can only be on at particular hours, obviously. And we have one guest that can only do Friday morning and Sunday morning. And Mr. Day made the decision that we would not preempt Waffle. And I was like, well, I'm glad you made that decision on your own. But be that as it may, there may be an opportunity in the future to have Sunday morning communications.
I see. Well, myself and Mr. Day had a conversation after last week,
Oh,
um, to which he asked me my opinion on something. I had a look and I gave him my opinion, and he acted accordingly, which rather surprised me. I didn't think my opinion was worth that much.
you would be stunned. Unfortunately, and I say this in all clarity, unfortunately, we listen to all of the hosts. I
Well, he listened to the one across the water and made a decision based on something that, because apparently he asked somebody your side of the pond and didn't quite get the correct response. So he asked me for my response, which I duly gave.
as a matter of fact, Mr. Day and I have significant conversation, not daily, but we have quite a few when it comes to planning or how do we respond to a guest request or an agent. And this week I said, well, Michael, let's do what we normally do. Let's chat it out. I will advise you what to do, which I will be 100% wrong, and then you'll know what to do based on my abhorrent suggestions. So we've been able to work many things out with my advice.
Cool.
I
Cool.
advise him how to do everything incorrectly, and he says, I'm not going to do that.
So whatever you tell him to do, he does the exact opposite.
Well, I would never tell him to do anything. I would suggest course of action. And folks,
Hmm.
by the way, I don't give enough kudos to all of the co-hosts that are involved to give their time and effort and talent to this network. They're doing it on their own, by their own volition. And Michael has been scheduling guests on an unreal rate. NDB Media has been blessed in the 16 years of its existence of being able to speak to many people. And it's been an incredible effort. And Mr. Day has picked up the mantle and he has been doing an incredible amount of stuff. And I wish to thank him.
Yeah,
So,
did you see the one with the singer on the other day? I quite
yes,
posted
I
it.
was in the chat room as well. I met her briefly before the program went live, but I didn't want to be during that hour live on air for
Yeah,
particular reasons.
I understand. I understand. So
But
we won't have Almighty today, according to the message, because
we
he's
will or we will not.
we will not. because she's poorly sick, not well.
I believe Mr. Almighty has pneumonia.
Yes, he does.
Mr. Almighty, this may be a bit contradicting to your existence, but my thoughts and prayers are with you. Uh, and being that Mr. Almighty is the Almighty, I don't know if the thoughts and prayers would be appropriate. But Mr. Almighty, we do miss you. We hope that you do recover forthwith. And I don't think I've ever really had pneumonia, but I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Big Dog, good morning.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh, God,
He's
he's off
okay.
again with his bloody Spanish.
I don't know what you're talking about. But the token Brit is a bit spicy this morning, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, who do you think you are? Just Fluffy? Come on in here with your Spanish?
Actually, he could be NDB Media's version of Fluffy.
Well, he's got the right shape. I'll give him that.
Shape.
Not quite.
Um,
What?
Fluff,
Are we short on the height or short on the width? Or both?
both. Well, he is short on the height. I am short on the weight.
Okay. Okay.
Fluffy, I believe, is a little bit heavier than I.
yeah.
And I believe I'm about 5 or 6 inches taller than. No, not that much. Maybe about 4 or 5 inches taller than him.
And ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of clarity, we must make it clear that we are referring to the height and stature of the individuals. But it's all good. He is
Oh, I thought
significant.
you were talking about girth, no, but never mind.
Oh no, I would never discuss.
No, we
girth.
we wouldn't dip into such things.
We do enjoy our bloody Spanish. Thank you, says Tanya.
Well,
And
morning,
folks,
Disney Queen. How are we, dear?
I do want to remind all of our hosts and co-hosts that the link is up in the host page, and by all means, go ahead and join us as you see fit. I do want to go over the calendar very quickly. Today is the 24th, and as we know, Major League Baseball did open up last week. Pitchers and catchers reported, and Major League Baseball spring training games have already begun as of the 22nd. The NFL Combine is scheduled next week for the 27th of February through March 4th. And I believe I have an incorrect comment right here, Big Dog, and I apparently I didn't
Okay.
do a very good job on this. But on March 1st, I have a note for an NBA player. Is there a deadline coming up on March 1st or something of interest?
No. No, because now that the trade deadline is over, next up is just the playoffs.
Oh, is March 1st the NBA player waiver deadline? I'm so sorry.
I'll check. That might be the deadline for when they're still eligible for the playoffs.
Yeah. So that one is just coming up. Tanya says, okay, just getting ready for her doctor's appointment. Well, we hope you are doing well, Tanya, and this is just
Yeah.
a regular appointment. But continue with the schedule. The combine will end on March 4th. March Madness begins on or about March 17th, and it will go through the end of. Major League Baseball opening day is scheduled right now for March 28th, a Thursday. And this will only be the second time in the last, I think it's 50 years, where once again, or the third time, it's either second or third time, that every team will be opening. As you may know or not know or even care, Major League Baseball has had the habit of having staggered openings, where half of the teams open on one day and then the other half open the next day. But it will not be a staggered opening day this time around.
I,
And yes,
I thought they used to have the two oldest teams play first and then everybody else
oh,
play.
for the love of God, Big Dog, you still believe in tradition, do you not?
Of course.
That tradition died some time ago.
Okay.
It began with the Reds, which were the oldest continuously operating organization. You are 100% right on.
It was the Reds and the Cardinals.
I don't recall, but the Reds would host someone as being the oldest operating team. and that's the way it started. Now, when Major League Baseball switched from a Monday opening to Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, the Chicago White Sox were one of the first teams to play. I don't know if they were visiting or hosting, but I do remember that they were involved when that tradition was broken within the last 20 years. So it's a sad thing. But the Reds used to be the first ones to open up as the oldest continuing operation. In a further note, while the March Madness Elite Eight is going on March 30th to the 31st, our very own Matt Alvarez will be celebrating his birthday on March 31st. So that's
All
really
that
cool
time?
on the calendar.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Big
Do
Dog.
we,
I said all that time? Cool.
Yeah, all that time.
do,
Um,
do, do, do we have do we have to cut his head off and count the rings to find out how old he is, or is he going to tell us?
Well, it depends when he's done watching cartoons. Then we'll decide what to do. He has to finish
Okay,
watching the Barney episode with the birthdays.
okay, I'll let you. Oh, good.
um, the in April 5th, we will have the Storm opening day and the 66ers opening day. Those are the local minor league baseball teams, as well as the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes open up on April 9th. The NBA play-in begins on April 11th, and the official beginning, other than the play-in, will be the NBA playoffs on April 15th. The NHL final day will be April 18th, and the NFL 89th draft will be on April 25th through that weekend. So just a little bit going on in Major League Baseball. Right, I'm sorry, in the sports calendar through April. As you know, we try to keep you updated on the events happening there. And due to the fact that I'm a tad discombobulated due to the internet hiccup that we had, I apologize. I'm behind on some of my items this morning. Following the calendar, as we look back, it was on this day in 1917 that the Red Sox sell Smokey Joe Wood. His arm was dead at 26 to Cleveland for $15,000. Back in 1987, LA Lakers center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scores his 36,000th NBA point in a 97-93 win over the Suns in Phoenix. And in 2018, at the 2016 in 2018, we learned that the 2016 World Mass Start Speed Skating Champion Lee Sung-hong of South Korea wins the event at Pyeongchang, the Winter Olympics. Also, the Olympic 10,000 meter and the champion of
Wow.
Vancouver 2010.
I didn't know PF Chang's held an event. That's cool.
You know, I got to tell you, dude, they're really into a lot of things. I was surprised by that as well. So you learn something new every day, even in the world of sports. So, be that as it may, we're about 22 minutes in. Actually, no, we're not. Due to the internet delay, the chronometer reads 6:23, but we are only 19 minutes in. So, there was a 4-minute delay on today's program. Once again, folks, we do apologize. We did have, it wasn't a modem. It looks like we're having router issues. And that is not uh,
I
a
thought you
plumber.
I thought you ran a direct connection.
We do, but we still need the router from the modem. The router allows us to connect multiple lines to the modem. So,
He ain't paid his bill.
well, then you have to admit, then having not paid the bill at 5:59 in the morning, I was able to get that resolved by 6:03 a.m. So that wasn't
Okay,
too bad.
Flash.
That was not bad.
Okay, Flash, you carry on.
Because we went dead a minute before we were gonna go. So
Yeah,
I didn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I was sitting looking at YouTube, and I thought, I haven't seen the link. So I put a little message on YouTube, and I sat there waiting for it to start, and I thought, what the hell's going on? He's normally bang on time. So I went back into Facebook, little message on Facebook. I'm thinking, I've got the link, but I ain't got no damn program. What am I doing?
yeah, as soon as I did the I actually, even before 6 a.m., I hit the restart on the computer and I went back and I had the TV right here and both said no connection. So I ran indoors and Gmo, the gamer that she is, had already reset it. And as I walked into her room, she said, "Okay, we're back on." Like, all right, excellent. Ran back out here, went into the browser, and got the program going. So again, I do apologize for the delay, ladies and gentlemen, and it is
I didn't know you had AT&T, or is it the? Are you talking about Spectrum,
it's
which
Spectrum.
essentially
We
it's
don't have
essentially the
AT&T.
same? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at least it's not Thursday when we had the complete outage.
I did comment to Anime Girl just before that. Big Dog, do you have do you still have AT&T or I know
I
you did
have
for a while.
I have the cheaper version. I have the Wish version of AT&T, which
What's
is
that? AT.
Cricket.
Oh, I thought it was TT
No, Cricket
or
runs off
TT.
the Cricket runs off the AT&T towers.
All right.
So
I see.
How was it yesterday? I
yesterday was
felt it
fine.
a little Thursday.
Thursday was the outage.
Yeah.
I was my everything was out. Actually, it was weird. My cable was out, but my phone worked fine. The phone and the internet were fine. The cable was out for maybe 2 minutes, and then it just popped back on.
Yeah, I don't pretend to know all of it. I just read that there were some issues. I did have some transmission stuff early in the morning when I was downloading some files to update for future programs. Thank goodness that's all I was doing on Friday morning or Thursday morning. I wasn't doing anything major. I was just doing some promo images and stuff like that. So,
He was downloading porn Anime Girl.
well,
I
unfortunately, it was
never
related.
thought otherwise. Right?
It was related to Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica, so it was very narrow porn.
Mm-hmm.
We all
I
have
can
our
believe that.
likes.
I've had nothing but trouble with Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, every time I try to get in, instead of putting me straight through, I've got to
Uh-huh.
put in my email address and my
Oh, how weird.
password. I've got to go, manually
Hmm.
go in every sodding time. And I sent him a note and said, "What's the point of having this so-called quick way in when it don't bloody work?"
When did that happen?
Yesterday.
Oh, well, okay. I had to do that on items that I'm not anywhere near related to AT&T. So we need to have a techie. Oh, no, I'm not talking to him. Anyway, but a techie would probably tell you that they reset the tokens for security purposes. They will often make people just like clear their cache and log back in for security purposes because
Stream your.
oftentimes, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll go ahead and finish that. And then I'll finish mine.
Um, they'll do it because the zombie computers get in on those open passwords, and what they'll do is they'll just like cut everyone off and make everyone log back in, and they're able to sever some of the connections. Not all of them, but it's
Well,
one way.
I've been
Yeah.
doing this now yesterday, today, and
I have been myself, and I don't know how many other people, but I mean, it happens. It could be. I don't know if it is, folks. I'm not a techie, but I know that sometimes you have to reset the system and even the security protocols. But
Stream
anyway, I'm
stream
sorry, Big Dog.
StreamYard. No, I was just gonna say StreamYard does that a lot. Usually, I usually am safe because the other one that I watched on Facebook to get my comics and my original art from, they run through StreamYard. They do their sales through StreamYard. So I'm usually safe because I'm on here, so I'm always signed in. But I have a couple of regulars that are on there, and they're like, "I got kicked out again," because they'll come up as Facebook user. Then and the guy that's running the show tells you, exit out, hit the blue button, have StreamYard accept you, and then when you go back in, then your name pops up. But in all the years, I only had to do it once. So StreamYard's real famous for that, where they do exactly what you said. After a couple of months, they clear everybody out and make everybody sign in just to make sure you are who you are.
yeah, I can understand that. I can go with it. I don't see a problem with that. I'm just getting hacked off after 2 days of doing it. Like the advert said, yellow pages, let your fingers do the walking. To which I respond, I've never been so knackered in my life.
I wonder if we'll get Speedy today.
Well, he's got his chair fixed and back from his bro that's done it. And
Well,
the touch screen's working. I don't see why not.
Well, I'm just wondering because this morning was a pay-per-view, a wrestling pay-per-view that started at 2 in the morning our time. So I don't know if he stayed up for it or he's just going to watch it later. I do know
He
he
might
can't.
have watched it. Is he working today?
I I don't know if he's at his place of employment, as someone used to tell me all the time.
He might be hibernating.
If I may clarify that real quick, Big Dog would ask me ever so politely to find out what I was doing, whether I was available or not. And he would say, "Hey, Raj, hey, what's up, Big Dog? Hey, you working?" Well, I am at my place of employment.
And that's the best he would do.
Folks, I don't lie. I tell people the truth.
Yeah, but not the whole truth in the correct way.
It's not my fault if they don't ask the proper question.
It's a bit like there's a sketch by Morecambe and Wise with Andre Previn, and Eric Morecambe is playing the piano, and Andre Previn walks up to him and he says, "You're not playing the right bit of music." To which Eric Morecambe turns around and says, "I'm playing all the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order."
Yeah.
That's what you do.
And it started in high school, folks, sadly. When one time I was ditching a certain event, we would have to settle up our accounts, usually after dinner. And Father Zeman at the time would call off everyone's name for missing whatever event of the day or the last day and a half. And my name would inevitably show up. See, I was a sacristan in junior year. So since we had a lot of spiritual events, I had to be at a lot of stuff. So I was constantly on that list because I was in the sacristy or involved in whatever. So it was really of a formality, me having to go up and say I was there for this, 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 and this. Well, I think he knew something was up, but I deliberately skipped a rosary afternoon session because I was a sacristan after all. And I was on the varsity baseball team, which I ditched as well. I didn't go to that game. So when I had my chance to plead my case, he said, "You were late for 5:25." And all I did was, and I had my Letterman jersey on, my jacket on, the game. Father, I was at the game. And I was talking about I was in my mind thinking of our intramural sports after school as opposed to the varsity game. He just looked at me and I was waiting for him to say, "Which game?" Well, at which point I would have been screwed. But I just held my ground and he just wiped my name off. And I was like, okay, I left. That was it. It's not my fault he didn't ask for any additional details. I just led him to believe that, like, hey, I was at the varsity game. We were playing baseball. We were off campus. I never left.
In other words, you lied and had to go to confession.
As a matter of fact, I never lied. And I did not go to confession for that because, once again, and speaking of being in the confessional, we'll get the details from him right now. But no, I did not lie. And I did not go to confession on that because he did not ask the appropriate question. And speaking of the appropriate question, I think the Big Dog may have a few for you.
Lying by omission. Lying by omission doesn't count.
I'm sorry. What
that is. I said lying by omission doesn't absolve you of that.
As a matter of fact, it was not lying by omission. It was. He asked me why was I not there.
I know. I just like giving you a hard time.
Well,
yeah, he just omitted it. Period. That's all he did.
I answered the question, but we're interrupting the sports opinion show. Good morning, Mr. Speedy. How are you?
What's up?
Oh, look, his hair. His hair is coming out of his cap. Have you been awake since early this morning watching a pay-per-view event?
No, I have not.
Are you watching it later?
What's that anime, girl?
I said, are you going to watch it later then on catch up?
Yes.
Okay. Got your chair fixed?
No, sadly.
Oh my
Almost.
God.
Oh,
Almost.
what happened, man?
Almost.
What happened?
What's this mean, Speedy?
You mean you lose a screw or something?
Oh, my friend that said he was gonna come help me never came. So
I
I
thought
don't
you
know
were
what
going to
the
your
change there.
brother's. I thought you were going to your brother's to get it fixed. That's what you said last week before.
Last year and a half.
Last year and a half.
Yeah, you said you were going up to your brother's and he was going to help you build it.
No, I
You
said
didn't go?
friend. I never said brother.
Okay, well,
Scorekeeper?
I believe that's what the big dog was referring to, that you were going to go visit someone to help you build it. So whether it's your brother or your friend,
Well, your friend, yeah.
did you go? No.
No, he didn't come. He didn't come to
Whoa, whoa,
see
whoa,
me.
whoa, whoa! I please, PG related still this early in the morning. Did you go? I guess not, right?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, Speedy, because we are dying to see that stool chair.
Well, hopefully by 2025 we will have completion of this major event of
Yeah.
construction.
You know, for someone who has not ever worked in the public sector, you are acting like a municipal individual right now. All
Would
right,
you
sorry,
care to
Speedy.
clarify
I was
that,
talking
Steve?
about you being a government employee.
Yeah, would
Oh,
you care
yes.
to clarify that? I notice our Norco girl hasn't joined us either. Do we have any
No.
information on her?
As a matter of fact, without throwing a lot of beans out there, we don't really need to. We do miss Liz. There are some familial issues that are being
Yeah,
dealt.
she had a rough week last week.
Yeah.
We do miss you, Liz, and hope to return forthwith. And while my co-hosts get to the stories that they want to get, I do want to let everyone know that NRL, or National Rugby League, is in the preseason challenge round 2, and on February 22nd, the Roosters took it to the Rabbitohs 46-10. On the 23rd, this will make
So
Speedy happy, but we just lost Speedy. The Sharks
so the
took it to the
so
Bulldogs,
the Cox took it to the who?
the Rabbitohs.
Okay.
They are New Zealand's finest.
New
Thank you for
Zealand's
that, man.
finest Cox? Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. It's a small country. The Sharks on the 23rd took it to the Bulldogs 12-6, also in full time. The Storm 28-10 over the Knights. The Warriors 34-22 over the Dolphins. And the Broncos, oh my goodness, the Broncos, but once again, this is NRL. Really wiped the Sea Eagles 40-14. Also today in full time, the Dragons almost doubled up on the West's Tigers. Today, later on today at 8 p.m. local time, the Raiders visit the Cowboys, and also at 10 p.m. local time, the Titans visit the Eels. That's preseason challenge round 2 in National Rugby League. So, anyone like to get us started on any major sports stories right now, or anything of note?
Well, I've got I seem to have a latest score in the Wales versus Ireland in the Six Nations rugby over here.
Shoot, please.
Seems to be that it's 3-0 for Ireland. So there
Wow.
you go.
They'd be winning 6-0 if they didn't come in drunk.
Actually, they've just upped it to Ireland's now got 8, so it's 8-0.
Woo! Damn.
First half, 21st minute. And Ireland's up 8-0. So there you go.
I do want to share my feelings for Anime Girl right now, insofar as that one of her players that she has seen, and in the world of the Dallas Cowboys, uh, they are mourning over the last day the death of Golden Richards. Frisco and former Dallas Cowboys receiver John Golden Richards, famous for big plays and big moments, died Friday of congestive heart failure. He was only 73. Richards made his biggest mark while catching a touchdown on a halfback pass from Robert Newhouse. Wow, talk about some names that helped seal the Cowboys' Super Bowl 12 victory over the Denver Broncos. The second round pick of the Cowboys in 1973, Richards also scored touchdowns for Dallas in the 75 and 77 NFC title games. So, um, Richards had been in poor health in the last few years, having undergone a series of surgeries after he broke his hip in 2022. His brother Doug told the Deseret News. He left us and gone to a better place, Doug Richards told the paper. He felt pretty good there to the end until it was his time. So I did place an article, and I apologize for the rat dogs making their presence known in my neighborhood this morning. I'm going to post that link in the chat room as well as a private chat. Anime Girl, or Big Dog, do you have a story that you wish to get to this morning?
The Golden State Warriors have made Steve Kerr the highest paid coach ever by signing him to a 2-year, $35 million contract extension.
Oh,
17.5 mil for a coach.
that's a lot of quan, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dough.
Especially since the Warriors haven't been that great the last couple of years, last year and this year. But they've had a lot of injuries. So I think it's great that management is showing faith in Kerr and also acknowledging what he's given them already, in the past.
I see.
But that is a significant amount.
Yeah. I actually had some baseball news that I did not get a chance to discuss last week, and some of it is just comedic gold when one considers what's going on. But there was an article that Major League Baseball, once again, in its infinitesimal glory, is going to do what it does. Every year, it's going to concentrate on a new thing. And this year, Major League Baseball plans to strictly enforce the overlooked base running rule in 2024. And what they're talking about is obstruction rule around the bases. As you know, baseball has an interesting situation where um, if a ball is live and hit to the infield, a base runner should not be impeded, but the fielder should also not be impeded. So it creates a unique situation. So obstruction is going to be the flavor for 2024, and we shall see. It's going to be strictly enforced. Now, sadly, for those that know, it's a judgment call, but it is related to Rule 601H, and it's the enhancement enforcement of the rule, which is already on the books once again. Just like I've said that baseball doesn't need a timer because there already are rules, but again, baseball in its infinitesimal, goodness, um, says will mostly impact players around second and third base. The most common infraction is when a middle infielder puts his lower leg on the ground to block the runner's path to second, sometimes leading to hand or ankle injuries depending on how a runner slides. A common infraction at third base involves an infielder moving up the line to block a runner's path as he receives the ball from an outfielder. That's the one that I was talking about, where you have the runner and you have the infielder, but it's deliberate in what they do. So the runner is allowed, it cannot be impeded, but you cannot block the fielder as well. So knowing that the runner has to stay within the baseline, the fielder will generally and should and must get out of the way. We'll see what baseball does. In the event that the umpire deems, and I said it was judgmental, or is a judgment call, deems a base runner has been obstructed by a fielder, that runner will be ruled safe, and such a play would not be reviewable. Way to go, baseball. This marks the second consecutive spring training where Major League Baseball is attempting to enforce their own rules. Last spring, the league asked umpires to be more diligent on foreign substance or sticky stuff violations by pitchers. Of course, the league was also introducing a slew of new rules, including the pitch timer and defensive positioning restrictions, making for a busy exhibition season for the umpires and players. Now, folks, on a personal note, it's very simple to enforce these rules. You grade the umpires regularly and you enforce these rules. And if umpires are not doing what they're supposed to, well, they should be penalized. Come on, if someone is not doing what they should be doing, how does management deal with it? They put them on improvement needed or advisory role or mentor role, whatever.
So
But
then, what's the excuse for Angel Hernandez?
apparently it's not in the contract. And baseball, you see, Mr. Hernandez, I have to be careful when I say this because he is an employee. Um, he has had grievances with his employer and he has alleged racial discrimination. And baseball has to take that seriously.
I thought
So,
that was already settled, and they told him to pretty much fuck off.
well, look, big dog, yes. You know, I'm explaining what it was that it was determined his last case was sometime last year. Nothing's changed, but that's what the issue was at hand. And what they're going to do moving forward remains to be seen.
This
Yes,
is
what a
why
novel idea.
this is
Uh,
why I
Yeah,
love
very
Tanya.
novel, very novel.
that's why I'm making fun of baseball right now by saying yet again we have a flavor of the year. And I imagine one day they're going to enforce the strike zone. What do I know? But I believe in the 90s, there was the high strike, which they were enforcing. This is pathetic. Now, there was another article in I don't know if you have any additional comments on that, Big Dog and Anime Girl. Um,
No, I don't.
Baseball, there was an article written by an idiot on the internet that they were talking about why are there so many players unsigned that happen to be Mr. Scott Boras agents. And the individual writing the article said, well, "How is this possible? Baseball starting." I'd like to ask the person writing, is the individual 5 years old, maybe 4? Have you not been watching free agency in the last 30 years? Have you not been paying attention to who Mr. Scott Boras is? This is what Scott Boras does. He will take them well into spring training. This happened last year. It happened the year before. It has happened almost every year. This is a negotiating tactic by Mr. Scott Boras. And his players generally are very well rewarded, whether you like it or not. But for someone to say, what's going on? What's happening? Dude, the world didn't start 2 weeks ago.
Was that from this one that I sent you about
Um,
the big name agents that aren't signed yet? I don't know if there were. I did. It didn't say anything about Scott Boras, so that's the one that threw me off.
well, I don't believe all of them are Scott Boras agents, but quite a few of them are. Where did you send that to me? Did you email that to me or?
No, Instagram. I send you all kinds of
Oh,
stuff on Instagram.
sorry, folks. I'm usually on Instagram for about 5 minutes once a week. I'm so sorry.
You are
That is
now.
my
You
fault.
posted like 6 or 7 things the other day.
Once
Usually, you.
a week on Instagram. I've said this before. I do a flutter of things once. I I haven't been on Instagram since. I
Okay.
I I don't. I'm not on there a lot. Like people believe that I'm on Facebook. Folks, I post a flurry of stuff for about 5 minutes and that's it. And everyone thinks because I post like 8 or 9 items all at once, I'm on there all the time. No, I'm not. So
Oh yeah.
Well, you
Who's
just
ding-donging?
signed on right
Who's
now,
ding-donging?
yeah.
huh?
Who's ding-donging? I heard a ding-dong.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Is it
that was
you?
me. Just about my packages that are coming today.
Uh, do we need to know about your sex toys being delivered?
Only when they
Big,
involve you.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
really? Okay.
See, I sent you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Get in there. Sorry.
9,
Don't be sorry.
10,
This is sports talk with the guys.
11. I sent you like 11 different ones.
Latest score between Ireland and Wales, 15-0 for the Irish.
Wow. The Irish are taking it to them.
Yep, 31 minutes, and the Irish are walking all over Wales like a good one.
Damn,
There you go.
good for them.
Tanya, I apologize. No, that is not the link. Yesterday the big dog sent me this post that he showed us right now on screen. Shell has not been signed. Montgomery has not been signed. Bellinger has not been signed. Martinez has not been signed. Pham has not been signed. Matt Chapman has not been signed. And Adam Duvall has not been signed. What the hell is going off this off season? This individual at CMW 2693, dude, who in the hell are you? Are you even paying attention? Oh, no, wait. Again, apparently baseball just started its existence 2 weeks ago. This is every year, folks. This is not strange. And now there is going over the blogosphere on this topic alone that now they want to negotiate a free agent season, like in the month of December. So there's some talk about that right now. The article that I read, it was last week, and that's why I said earlier it was, and I didn't get a chance to comment on it, where this is what we have in baseball. It's open. There are very specific rules as to when they can apply. And prior to, I think it was 2003, there was a deadline for teams to sign that player. Otherwise, they were not eligible to come back and sign after May 1st, but they got rid of that.
I remember that rule.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of big names that got stuck having to wait till May or something like that. I remember that.
As a matter of fact, if you look back in 1987, that was one of the years. Yes. It was right after collusion, by the way. Good morning, Ice Queen. How are you doing?
Good morning, Ice Princess.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Tanya, I'm going to endeavor to find the link to the one I'm talking about, but it's this person that posted what they did on Instagram.
Oh no, I saw what you were talking about.
Okay.
I had seen it this week while I was at work.
Yeah, it's been a while now, and so for this person on Instagram, they're just giving us like, whoa, hey, spring training started and all these players. Yeah. It's not a surprise. Tanya, what are some of your thoughts on that? Because this is not a strange thing in baseball, and it's not a strange thing that the majority are Scott Boras agents.
I think it's a load of crap. Yeah. Honestly, I think Scott Boras should actually, somebody needs to put that man in his place. Spring training is a way for for the players, the coaches, and everything to get to know each other, to learn about each other, their habits and things like that, to build a relationship within the team. And Scott Boras holding out his clients and what have you till he gets the money that he wants to get for them is a load of crap. I think it's bad for baseball. I think it's bad for the fans. I have a major problem with it, and the fact that Scott Boras always seems to get his way and nobody puts him in his place is a huge problem. Like, somebody grow a pair and put the man in his place.
Is he an agent for the other players, then, is he?
Yeah, he's a super agent, actually.
Yeah.
But his nickname, as we all love to call him, is Scott Boras, because he's a jerk.
Sounds like it too.
He's a jerk, but his agent.
But he gets he gets his clients money though.
Because nobody's willing to have the balls to actually tell him no and stick to it. Everybody caves because everybody's like, oh well, you know.
So does he have like the best players on his books then or something?
Well, not the best, but he does have a stable of talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, you want a picture, you go to this guy, or you know.
Many do, and you'll notice that from time to time when the players are going to sign their their major free agent contract, they will sign Scott Boras to do that, and then when the deal's done, they cut him and they go with another agent. I've seen that, which really did surprise me. So what happens is whatever they're, I'm sorry?
Alex Rodriguez cut him off.
That's right. and he had another agent thereafter. So what happens is Scott Boras will always get the money from the contract, but I forget what it is, Tanya, if it's 3% or 5%. What happens in a case like this is Scott Boras will not split the fee with the new agent. It's just the new fee is tacked on to the contract. So if it's 5%, it'll now be 10% of the contract with the two agents, which is crazy. But it's not that uncommon.
Guys, sounds a sleazeball.
Absolutely disgusting. It doesn't give
Yeah.
chance
Sorry.
to stay with one team for their entire career. It's bad for the other teams because you have these teams who want to do right by their fan base and actually get somewhere, like the playoffs, the World Series, and what have you, but they can't afford it. They can't afford these players. And sometimes, not always, these are the best players in baseball. And it's not fair at all. And I don't think it's right. And somebody needs to put Boris in his place.
Mr. Big Dog, you wanted to say something?
No, I was clearing my throat while she was talking. That's why I said, "Excuse me."
Understood. So Tanya, I don't know if you caught it this week. I'm sure you did, and I didn't mean that. The blogosphere's gone wild about this whole thing of maybe having a set period of time. Would that be of interest to you? Or screw that. What is Tanya thinking on how to maybe resolve these issues?
They have until pitchers and catchers report to get a deal done.
Okay. Awesome. Let me follow that for. I'm interested in knowing this. What happens if it's not a done deal?
Well, then go for the next best player. Like, it's not the same when it's in free, when you're in sorry, give me a sec.
Understood. So while we wait for the young lady to return, Big Dog, did you want to add to that or continue? Or Anime Girl, any comments on the Major League Baseball free agency? I know this might be a little bit out of Anime Girl because you're a football. Oh,
See back.
Sorry, somebody was trying to block my driveway. I was ready to run outside and tell them get the hell out.
Damn, we were going to see the Ice Queen in action, and we didn't. And you've gone mute again.
Roger, you're on mute.
Oh, he knows.
no,
Yeah.
no, I'm not.
I thought that was his way of ranting without getting in trouble with what he was going to say.
Oh, Tanya, you imply that I'm smart. No, I'm stupid. But thank you. No, I was agitated because typical. We're gonna see Tanya in action. Where's the damn camera? On the wall.
No, that's a smart thing, so she doesn't get implicated later.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose.
Remember, if there's no pictures and there's no video, it never happens.
People, I don't understand why, but people actually find it hilarious when they see me blow up on somebody. I always feel bad afterwards, and I go to my husband. I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I feel so bad, what have you. And my husband will be like, okay, yeah, you could control your temper a little bit, but also the person deserves it.
There you go.
But I feel bad.
Let's be honest. If somebody's pushed your buttons that far and you go off on them, then they must have done something to deserve it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean,
They never
not
understood that at work.
you're not wrong at all. But
Hey, Tanya, do you drink cup of Joe coffee? You do, of course, right?
no,
What do you drink in the morning to get you going, if I may ask?
I actually had to stop drinking what I normally drink. I usually have a Starbucks strawberry acai lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But because I put on a few pounds and my doctor got concerned about my cholesterol and what have you, I had to cut out caffeine and sugar.
Oh, that must have been fun.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about as much fun as a bloody dead rat at the side of the road.
Yeah, no.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, hon.
It's getting through this week was rough.
Yeah.
The headaches that I was getting,
Yeah.
function at work.
That's the caffeine, the headaches.
I felt bad for the person that had to train this week because she was don't forget about me. Shut up. Oh, but Tanya, no. But I need to know. You don't need to know anything until I tell you to.
I'm just wondering how many unfortunate people have walked through the office, said one wrong word, and Tanya's handed them their arse on a plate and said,
Well,
Foxtrot Oscar.
it's funny because everybody says I have resting bitch face syndrome. So all people do is look at my face and then they know. And they'll just send me like an instant chat through our system. And then I'm like, okay. Or they'll go to somebody else and have somebody else do something.
You see, that'd be me.
I feel bad. Like, I don't like to be that person. But at the same time, I'm like, guys, I can't function. Where's my caffeine? Where's my Starbucks? You know how hard it is to drive through Manhattan without Starbucks, without some caffeine in your system?
I can imagine.
It's okay.
You know, before they came out with Resting Bitch Face, I was referred to as the resident bastard, the RB, among other names. So I might have had that resting bitch face long before everyone. But I was referred to as the resident bastard.
Yeah.
Actually,
You take one look at somebody and you go, uh-huh. Can you go and talk to so-and-so and let them know and give them the bad news and they deliver it?
Oh, that's you being a nice person. No, mine was no.
Yeah, no, no. But I would like it if you could no. But why won't you? Because
no. You know, Tanya and I, on our evaluations, I think we're rated a plus on communication. There is no doubt on our inherent, communicative values. There is no doubt on whether we're on what we're trying to say. Just simple.
Listen, nobody can ever say that we don't communicate and people don't understand what it is that we're trying to say.
Unless they're engineers. Oh, for the love of God.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult not to understand when you got somebody in front of you going, you know what I mean? It's very clear to all.
Oh, well, we would never do that, and they would never do it to us. Right, Tanya?
Correct.
I mean, if they did, the relationship was over, and they needed us, so they would.
Listen, I cut people off. I'm like, oh, you want to be that person? Yeah. Okay, let's
See,
go.
Now, ever since I've seen Tanya, known Tanya, through NDV media and such, I've never gotten the resting bitch face vibe from her. I will say she doesn't have a good poker face, because we can tell her emotions. that I'll admit to, but resting bitch face, nah. I never thought that.
Bitch face from Tanya early on, and I will say the story. She was on, and it wasn't even on video either. It was on radio. Okay, Tanya was on one of her programs. I don't know if she was visiting us or whatever, and she was talking about so not unlike this, and she said something to the effect of, you know what? If that person comes across my path again, I'm gonna beat them up. And all of a sudden, I said something to the effect of, "Can I watch?" Tanya went silent, and I could hear through the radio but I said it in such a way that it was. Looking back, it was phenomenal timing, but it was not something I could tell Tanya was not happy because she did not respond directly. She just came on. So I got that face over the radio, and it was funny, but
it looks like a beautiful day out there today.
Somewhat. It's a little cloudy.
My youngest is actually out there in New York right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What? She decided to go with her cousin. Her cousin is thinking about going to MIT. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm sorry, not MIT. She's thinking about going to the Fashion Institute.
Oh, okay.
That's out there. So they decided on a whim to go out to New York for 4 days.
Damn.
Well, that's nice.
Big dog. In our day,
yes,
on a whim was San Diego or Vegas.
Yeah.
Not New York.
She just decided, yeah, let's go to New York. So they left on Friday night. They left Thursday night. Got there Friday morning.
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
she's somewhere in Manhattan. They've been hanging around in Manhattan.
Yeah, I got a
that's
friend
nice.
of mine. Yeah. Friend of mine's just gone over there as well. And I said, well, whereabouts are you going? I won't say the exact location, but as soon as he said it, I said, well, I won't mention that you're there to the Disney Queen. He went, why not? I said, because she'll probably rip your head off because she doesn't consider it to be New York.
Listen, if you're gonna, I hope you gave your daughter the rules for being in New York.
Yes,
Don't
I
stop
talked
in
to
the
her.
middle of a sidewalk.
Yes, I told her.
Take a freaking photo.
She could not believe that pedestrians do not have the right of way. That is just unheard of,
Nope.
especially here. And I said, no, you take your life in your own hands when you walk across the street.
Exactly. Like, I don't want to hear this whole, oh, but I'm a pedestrian. I will run your ass over if you are trying to
I
cross
told her
while I'm
that.
driving.
She had the most shocked look on her face.
You know, folks.
Yeah,
It's
she's in Manhattan right now around, oh, let's see, she's on the move. She's
Are
around
you like
9th and
360 her?
through Apple. Yeah, I have her.
Oh, okay.
I like seeing where my daughters are to make sure they're safe.
My father's the same way. I'm like, Dad, you get that I'm in my 40s and Nicole is in her 30s, and he's like, I don't care. You're my daughters. You're my babies. I'm like, okay.
Same thing. Same thing. My kids are in their anywhere. Well, she's 19 to 33, and yeah, I got to know where they're all at. I don't bother them. I just like to know where they're at just in case. So she's around 30. She's around 34th and the hell street is that? 34th and I had it. 34th and 8th in Manhattan.
34th and 8th. Oh, okay. So she's by like MSG.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. She's a few blocks from there. I think she's probably at the hotel still. Since it's still since it's about 10 o'clock there, she's probably still asleep, knowing her. She's more of a night owl.
10:08.
Yeah, she's more of a night person.
I'm the same way. I can't do this morning crap.
Yes, Matt, we can see you.
That my doctors are like, I need to do more of.
No, Matt, we cannot see you.
Yeah, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah, Matt.
Okay, well, to be clear, you're not in the StreamYard green room.
Yeah,
you're not.
You're not in the green room.
Yeah.
Actually, the phrase for StreamYard is "you're not on stage or on the." I don't. Whatever. I don't get that.
It's a green room.
Yeah, my work colleague Tanya has decided to visit a place called New Jersey.
Ew! Why?
Yeah, I asked him the same question, and he said he wanted to see New Jersey, and then he was going to New York to look at the.
There's nothing to see. There's nothing to see in New Jersey.
The only thing you get out of Jersey are the smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why the Nets left New Jersey.
I mean, you could pass by the stadium on your way to New York. That's about it.
Good God Almighty!
He decided he just wanted to go over there, and I believe the hotel he's staying at is somewhere in New Jersey, but he didn't exactly tell me where.
No!
Yeah.
Warn him about the bed bugs.
I'll ask him when he gets back. I think he flew out there Friday.
No, don't wait till he gets back. Tell him now. Yeah, I've heard that.
You don't know how many people come back from a hotel in Jersey with bed bugs.
All my trips when we were doing the Rite Aids in New York that we had to stay in New Jersey. The second I got in, man, I stripped the sheets. I checked all the mattresses underneath. I didn't put my luggage anywhere close to the mattress. But luckily, I lucked out all the times I went.
Cool, dear. Sounds delightful.
God Almighty, no. There's just, I I mean, unless he's going to like New Hope, which is like on the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Now that's a nice place to
Oh.
visit.
No, I didn't,
But even
didn't
still-
exactly tell me where he was going. He just said he was going over there because, he fancied
Yeah.
a holiday.
Nah, not okay at all.
I'm gonna step off a moment. I'm gonna reset the viewer because I'm gonna see if maybe something's wrong with my screen, and Matt is there and I just can't see him. So I'm gonna be
No,
back.
because I don't see it either.
No, I understand, but I'm
Matt.
gonna give it a shot. Well, I
Matt
understand.
touched his screen again.
I'm gonna keep my conscience clean, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, you carry on.
Shut up.
And Tanya,
He signed
Tanya
off.
Tanya had her indicator going. This is most
That's
unusual.
because Tanya's a good driver and she's courteous and puts her blinkers on.
Well, yeah,
but
because
I
I'm the
mean,
first one screaming at people when they don't. and then they want to give me the finger because I didn't let them in. Well, mother trucker, how the hell am I supposed to know you want to get into my lane if you don't put your damn flashers on?
That's right. I
Exactly.
said same thing.
Exactly. I tell these people when they get upset with me, I say, look, I'm pig sick, not fucking psychic. Indicate.
Exactly. Like, don't come at me.
Yeah.
Because you're a schmuck.
Well, they're not even that good. They're not even that good. I think they imagine, the little twinkly lights on the corner of a car is there for just pure decoration. Look, I'm at a disco. Way,
Yeah,
put the
no.
four ways on and dance in the corner. Egypt. But never mind.
I had a situation where I had a stupid driver behind.
You gone again, Roger.
Not surprised.
Now you're back.
There.
Now you're back.
Yes, thrilling.
As you were saying, sir.
Sadly, and looks like Dream is now joining us. Good morning, Dream.
Good morning.
Studley Muffin.
How's it going,
Morning.
everybody? Who we got on today? I can't see.
Well, we have the Big Dog, we have Anime Girl, we have you, and we have Ice Queen. And I believe rumor has it Matt Alvarez is lurking in the Ethernet of the internet.
Oh my goodness. No way. Hello, everybody. Good to talk to everybody.
Yep. Nice to
It's
see
been
you.
a while.
Yeah. Where you been? I've been here.
So
Where you
said
been? Oh,
Dream. That's damn funny.
Well, hey,
I
I've been the last couple weeks, so or whenever, I don't know. I'm here every once in a while when I can. I do my best.
And your
I
best
pop
is
in
always
and out.
appreciated.
Huh?
I pop in and out.
Ah, there you
On
go.
the most part, I'm hardly ever on Saturdays anymore.
Too busy to join us regular folk, huh?
Once again, she has her priorities straight.
Saturday's the only day I get with my husband, so
Nice. That's
I kind of
awesome.
have to prioritize him.
Yes, good. That's very, very valid. I just dropped my wife off at work, and for once, I actually have like a weekend off. So I'm driving, and then once the kid wakes up, I'm gonna be hanging out with the kid today.
So
really?
did you stop this time or did she just tuck and roll?
Oh, tuck and roll all the way. You got it.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. If you get down to like 15 miles an hour, it's not so bad.
There you go.
I see.
Dream, that ruins the entire conversation you and I, the three of us, had just a few days ago. Damn. Damn. Yes or no, buddy?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's damn funny. 15 miles. Jeez.
15 miles is an acceptable amount. 20 is a little bit harder because, it's going just a bit faster. You might get some road burn. 15, you should be able to roll and at the same time pop yourself up and just keep on walking.
And Big Dog, I do appreciate the dynamics of this. I think it's awesome. I just
Hey,
like, wow.
She's lucky when she's dropping me off, she speeds up.
Notice Tanya has gone silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder if she's done the tuck and roll.
Tanya's got her camera off, and I know for a fact she's just shaking her head at us.
Well, as a matter of fact, she's probably going to say that no, she's never done the tuck and roll, but he has. So
Oh man,
I
yeah,
have no
I
idea
believe
what
it.
you guys are even talking about.
Oh, because he said he dropped his wife off at work. So I asked, did he actually stop this time, or did she tuck and roll?
she really didn't know. That's funny. So being the a-hole that I am, I said, I wonder if Tanya's done the tuck and roll. And then I corrected this. Oh, no, she's never done the tuck and roll. Your husband has.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, but she does. She's just said she pops in and out, so she might be okay with the tuck and roll.
Well, my husband also doesn't drive, so.
Oh, there you go.
And even if he did, he wouldn't dare.
Yeah.
So once again, he has done the tuck and roll.
I mean, yeah, like it pisses me off when I'm about to pull the car into the driveway and he's opening up the gate and he doesn't stand on one side. It's like he's opening up both sides of the gates and then he's like, okay, let me go to the other side. Why are you going to the other side? Just stay where you are. So I start moving the car until he moves out of my way.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sports Talk with the guys, home of the tuck and rollers on the
Speak for
World Wide
yourself, boy. Speak for yourself.
Web. It doesn't get much better than this.
Oh,
Sadly.
dear God.
Hey.
With Speedy lost in the Ethernet, the Almighty not being quite so almighty, we're doing well today, I'm telling you. We got a magic meltdown on screen.
And Liz is not here as well, so we might be a little bit of the walking wounded, a little bit.
Yeah, I sent a text out. I sent a private message out to her, but she didn't answer.
No, I did
so
as
basically
well.
we're the Mets. We're basically the Mets coming out of spring training. That's cool.
Wow. Speaking of spring training, I'm going to get to go see the Dodgers play the Guardians on the 1st here in my hometown in Arizona. So I'm excited. I get to see, hopefully Shohei plays, and we'll see where we go from there.
Maybe you'll be lucky and get Yamamoto pitching and Shohei hitting.
Yeah, that exactly. That's what I'm hoping. Because I think he just pitched. I'm not sure, but I think he just pitched. So I'm hoping that I don't know, man. I just want to see some good baseball. I mean, it's spring training, so I'm not expecting much, but I'm expecting at least some kind of performance.
Never
How were the ticket prices? Were they pretty decent or were they expensive?
They were a gift from my daughter. So
wow,
my middle daughter is bringing her boyfriend over.
Oh,
and
interrogation time. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because it's like this is the first trip that he's made to come see us over in Arizona. We've seen it when we would go to California, but it's like this is the first trip he's coming out to see us. And they're like they bought me a ticket. We're all going together, and then we're gonna go get like lunch and stuff like that beforehand. So
he's not a new boyfriend.
No. He's
okay. So you've already done it. You've already done the interrogation. Okay.
He likes baseball. He likes football. Like he knows his sports, which is cool. But he's got a good head on his shoulders, so I'm good with him.
Okay.
He's very respectful. And he's one hell of a karaoke singer, which is good.
So when you first met him, did you meet him while you were like sharpening the shovel?
No, I first when I first met him, they were just friends.
Oh, okay.
Because she was graduating college, and he was just kind of hanging out, and he was there, and they were talking, but they weren't dating, and it was just kind of like they weren't in that space. So it was a gradual build from friendship into a relationship, which I'm cool with, you know.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt, Dream. Tanya, thank you for being with us. You're now at the doctor's office. I hope you have a wonderful
Yep.
day and a wonderful weekend.
You too, Tad.
Yep.
See you later.
I'm
Bye,
sorry,
See
I
you
didn't
later,
get a
Tanya.
comment. Jason, the engineer says I will be on the Dodger Stadium field today.
Oh,
Oh,
Doing
I
what?
see. Communing with their grass, is he?
Yeah, he's
going
gonna be what?
streaking
He's gonna
again?
take his shoes and socks off and walk around barefoot.
Oh man. No,
Not
I
even
thought he
going to
was
go
gonna
there.
be streaking again.
No, there's no TVs
What?
there, so there's no reason to streak.
For the love of God.
And those weren't even streakers. They just had their shirts off.
Yeah, they're
For
not
for
even.
yeah, for a guy to be a streaker, there's got to be something dangling.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
Other than that, it's just a guy running around without a shirt.
Yeah, pretty much.
just a Price Pratt running around shirtless. That's all.
Double
And
standards.
and you were right. Not that I doubted you, of course, Stud Muffin, but you were right. One of the streakers was a guy who put a bet down that there would be a streaker.
Yep.
So he won. I think they said he put down 2,500, but because the odds were so astronomical, he walked home with 280 grand or something like that.
Yep. And it's not the first time it's happened.
Oh,
I don't know if I would. How do you guys feel about that? If you put down
I
the
don't like
bet, and neither do I. I think they should have disqualified the bet.
Yep.
I would say that ain't right.
Yeah, because technically it's cheating. You're fixing the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like when you drug a horse, you know,
Yep.
or sniff coke before a football game. I don't know. You're changing the odds that are there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like if you tampering with the bowl.
Yep.
whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa! Be careful. There's an NFL football coach and quarterback.
It's talking about baseball when you put your sticky substance on there, scorekeeper.
Will you stop getting personal, Dream? You know what happens when you mention sticky stuff in baseballs with scorekeeper around.
He gets defensive.
Very, very defensive.
As a matter of fact,
He
the
puts his
engineer,
he puts his sticky stuff on there to get a better grip.
Yeah. The actress said that to the
is
bishop
at
as
the
well.
Spartan race, where it is at Dodger Stadium this weekend. It is referred to as the Dodger Stadium Spartan Stadion weekend. So, being that Jay isn't health, I'm not surprised he's there. So good for you, Jay. Thank you for that.
You need to get that headphone sorted out, scorekeeper, because you're getting a funny
It's
sound
not me.
now. Who is it then?
It's
His
Dream.
Dream's driving with the windows down.
No, the windows are up. It's just a shitty freeway. I'm sorry.
Ah,
Oh, I see. Noisy,
I thought you were
noisy
driving.
car.
I thought you were driving with the windows down because you farted and you had to air it out.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna marinate in my own stench before I put the windows down. I like AC for a reason.
There you go, especially in Arizona.
oh, look at Roger. He's got a prune face on him now.
No, I'm just
What
listening,
did you read?
taking in, and checking out everything. Sorry, it was just a combination of everything. I think it was information overload, but thank you for being concerned. The Spartan event. Happy Saturday. Look at that, Jay. He is a happy man. Happy Jay.
Good. Just to keep you all updated, the latest
please.
score between Ireland and Wales is Ireland is 17, Wales is 7.
Oh wow, Wales is mounting a comeback.
Yeah. They're playing in Dublin, by the way, just to you know where you are. The Aviva Stadium in Dublin, and the referee is Andre Piardi. So it's an Italian ref by the sounds of things.
may have frowned as I was reading all about Mr. J's event, and I may have frowned when I read Fenway Park. So that's probably why. I'm sorry. It was a
The oldest stadium in Major League Baseball.
of weakness.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Fenway, Chicago. I can't remember who's third, and then I believe it's Dodger Stadium. Who's third, Raj?
I actually believe it's Dodger Stadium because
Oh,
of
is it
all the
Dodger?
changes.
Okay. I thought it was fourth.
The Yankees were third.
Yeah, until they got the new stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dodger Stadium is one of the oldest, which it opened, of course.
62?
Yep, 1962.
1960. That's old. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1912 for the other baseball stadiums.
When was Wrigley? Like 26?
No, it's in. If it's not mistaken, it was in the aughts as well. I'll check
Oh,
right
okay.
now. When did Cubs Stadium open? It opened in 1914.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
So that's
So-
why the Red Sox.
So Fenway's got them by 2 years?
Yep, if I'm not mistaken, they're 1912.
I'm surprised you haven't incorporated like Alexa into the conversation. You know, whenever we have random like questions like that, it's like, "Hey Alexa, where the hell is when does the Cub Stadium come up?"
She's always involved.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah,
Since-
she already has her nose in on everything.
Since you have both phones, Apple and Android, does Alexa ever fight with Siri? As far as like if you ask a question, do you have to do they both answer?
Are you asking me right now?
Yes.
No, Alexa knows her place.
Well, you telling me
Would
Siri
you-
doesn't?
Which is
Oh,
second?
Siri's a wench, man. She's got her nose stuck in on everything. That's why Siri and I, for DNA purposes, we use the joke of I must be such and such because my big feet gets in the way.
Oh, not saying nothing.
Oh, I said for the longest time when I would interrupt the conversation, okay, look, I know that I had a significant Spaniard background. And for those that know history, the chances of me having a Moorish influence was significant. So knowing that, whenever I interrupt the conversation, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. It must be my Persian beak. And I use that for decades. And then when I did the DNA, I was like, oops, I'm about 1,000 miles from any Persian heritage whatsoever. I have like nothing. So
And
I
for
stopped using that one.
And for decades, I told you didn't have a big nose.
Well, it's a Persian. Not necessarily a big nose, but it has the structure of a Persian beak. So, but it does not.
thought
I
you were
have no
gonna-
Persian whatsoever. So that's
I
why
was-
I no longer use that one.
Well, at least you don't have a Roman nose.
Well, at least I don't have a boxer's nose or a hockey nose.
Yes, your nose is doing a job of work, so keeping your glasses in place.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You thought that was going somewhere else, didn't you?
Yes, Dream. Jump in, Dream.
Oh no, I'm keeping my mouth shut on this one. You know where Big Dog knows where I'm going with it, but I'm not.
Well, I wasn't allowing you in. I was inviting you in to comment.
Your nose is perfect for your face. Anywhere else, it just look funny.
Yeah, I can't see any other appendage being stuck there, but you never know.
Oh, he's
leave
had
it
other
to-
appendages stuck there. Don't worry.
Leave it to
I mean,
comment. Leave it to porn to show all evidence to the contrary.
Oh, dear.
Stuck there with the sticky substance.
Yeah, we're back to that again. Oh.
Wow. And we are who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, this week in NASCAR, the Am Better Health 400 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway will be taking or happening on Sunday, February 25th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock noon. And it's
And
gonna be
Better
on
Health?
Fox. Yep, Am Better Health.
Are those for the people that spoke good English?
I don't know. I really don't. Knowing that it's a health program,
They talk
like
good.
eye health. I'm sorry,
They
Dream?
talk good. Yeah, they
I
talk
said
good.
they talk good.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy Mike, who I had breakfast with, George, Mike, and I had breakfast again yesterday. Boy, did he have a stick up his ass, flat out stick up his ass, because I said something and I forget exactly what it was, and I said, "Well, that was apropos," and he turned around and he says, "Yeah, too bad you misused the word apropos." And I said, "Well, as evidenced by the individual making this claim, I reject your assertion on the level of jackassity being overwhelmingly provable." The
I love it.
the
Oh,
server only heard the last part of it and they laughed because he's known me for a while. And he asked me, "What is jackassity?" I said, "You've met my buddy Mike." And he was like, "Ooh, I get that." It was really funny. But for someone being so hickish to make it clear that I used apropos incorrectly,
oh,
that's like saying, "Dude, you ran out of redneck repair tape that you don't know how to use."
yeah.
Like, cut it out.
I'd be like, listen here, you illiterate, unmitigated boor. Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, Dream, please, not this early in the morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
If you two ladies are going to start with the word porn, can I just switch off and
What do you
come
mean
back?
start? It's ongoing. It never ends between us.
No.
I mean, did you see that on Sunday, Adam McGraw, when it happened?
Yeah, well, you know,
It was
I
a bit
didn't
more
want to
subtle.
comment.
It was a bit more subtle, was it not, Dream?
Yeah, a little more subtle.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, all kidding aside, I want to take a quick moment. It is 7:31 a.m. This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Definitely not supporters of the Am Better Health 400 that's taking place in Atlanta this weekend. And it is what it is, folks. I do want to invite everyone who is watching.
Gone again,
Lost
Roger.
you.
Stop, all of you. Can you read my lips?
Yes, we can read your lips. God damn it!
I'd rather read. Never mind.
Said the deaf
No,
gynecologist.
don't go there. Please don't go there.
Hopefully it's back. So
There it is.
Speaking of reading lips, where is Gig?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. Where's she to?
Man.
it just doesn't take very much for this program to get a help. It just doesn't.
Yeah, we singing to the mire. Just one foul swoop.
I mean, it's like we are. What's that movie? Apocalypto. It doesn't take very long to get to the Mayan pyramid and get painted in blue.
Yeah.
It just doesn't take very long.
Yeah, we're quite good at that, aren't we? When you think about it.
Quite good. I think we're setting the standard. Sadly.
Have you seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Which version?
Which one?
Yeah, sorry.
Any of them. The original.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I just feel
Yes.
like whenever I come on the show, that's what I do to this. That's what I do to the program. I just bring it down 20,000 leagues.
Oh, stop it. No,
I go from like rated R jackassery to arrogant asshole very quickly. So
Nah. I've of all the things I've thought about you, I've never thought about it. You being an arrogant asshole.
I mean, all of what you said could be applicable to me, but no, not
hey,
you.
pick your own adjectives, man. Come on.
Oh, talk about
But it
being
was so well said. That's why I said it was apropos.
Is that the correct use of the words apropos? No.
Okay, you're not a hick, so let it go. Oh my God, this is what we do in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the big dog over there. That's Dream down there in Anime Girl. And we did have Speedy with us earlier, and of course, Ice Queen. And we did have Jay in the chat room as well. So, really, really good stuff this early in the morning. It is February 24th, 2024. Oh, 224, 24. A lot of twos and fours in that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Just
If you're
about.
buying a lottery ticket, just kidding. Don't do it. Not financial advice.
Speedy, come back on. We know you're listening. Put your clothes back on. Just come on. You put a shirt. You don't have to put the pants on. Just put the shirt on.
He's not going to go Winnie the Pooh this.
Huh?
Oh, for
When
the
you
love
just
of God.
When you just wear the shirt, it's called Winnie the Poohing.
Gee.
Oh.
Thank you, Dream. I've now got that image in my brain and I feel sick.
You know, the image is
It's not as
floundering
bad.
for me.
No, hold on. It's not as bad as the guy that got fired over at Disneyland because he put the body part on backwards, so the little tail was sticking out the front.
And of course, that was accidental.
I know. It was
Oh, yeah.
accidental.
That was sure as hell accidental. Like,
His time is 1 p.m. at Dodger Stadium.
Oh man. Be an official streaker because there'd be a dangler.
There you well. I'll be nice. Oh man, I was so close to
don't even. I'll be nice.
You chastised all of us, especially me, last week saying he was listening, leave him alone. So I am doing that this week.
Okay, did you hear that? I just got flashed. So I'm gonna have to take a few moments. I'm a bit behind, tardy. Okay, there it is, Jade. Thank you for that. Big dog, you have the actually.
No, you said Anime Girl had the con.
Why change it this time? You're moving us forward. You have the con. She's the OOD. I'll be back shortly.
Big dog, it's okay to be tardy as long as you don't do it again. Because then that would make you tardy.
Oh, way to go, Dream. I had to hear that one just before I left.
oh, crying out loud. You two girls want to be left alone?
No.
We work better when we have an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a word for that, big dog, and I ain't going to go there.
Well, yeah, it's what Scorekeeper does, the pole dancing.
Oh, Lord.
What, in the Daisy Dukes?
Well, he's wearing the Daisy Dukes, yes.
Yeah,
And
I thought I had to go there somewhere.
This year he added something new. He bedazzled his boots.
What?
He bedazzled his boots. So he'll be wearing the Daisy Dukes with the little cowboy boots.
Oh, right. Okay. With the Mexican heat.
And he's gonna come out, and man, this is just I keep going with this. He's gonna come out on stage wearing with the Nancy Sinatra song. These boots were made for walking. Yeah, he's gonna come out to that song.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
He left this place long ago. I'm sorry.
Common sense has departed.
Yeah.
When did it ever arrive?
Well, very true. Very true. I stand corrected on that one, big dog. When did it ever arrive? True.
Well, Miss Anime Girl, what's going on the other side of the pond? I feel like I've overrun all of your input.
Nope, they ain't. Well, the only thing that's happening at the moment, we've got Ireland playing Wales in the Six Nations.
Okay. Is it still 17-7?
It is still 17-7. The Welsh are pressing on the. Oh, holy shit! Did that well?
Holy shit!
They're pressing on the holy shit.
Ireland is now 27-7.
Damn.
No, sorry, 22-7. My mistake. 22-7.
Wow.
They've just gone over the Welsh line. Had a touchdown. Nice move.
Wow.
They literally just run over the Welsh team like they weren't there.
Oh Lord. The
He wasn't
so
far
what
from
are the
Loughborough.
what are the rankings like in that aspect? Like who's the top team over there?
In the Six Nations at the moment, believe it or not, it's Ireland.
Oh.
So, at this precise moment, the Irish are top of the shop. So,
Good for them.
yeah, good for them. The two positions are Ireland. They have played 2, won 2, and have 10 points. England has played 2, won 2, and have 8 points. Scotland has played 2, won 1, lost 1. They have 5. The French have played 2, won 1, lost 1, have got 4. Wales has played 2, lost 2, have got 3 points. And Italy have played 2, lost 2, and got 1.
Ooh.
So I'm not familiar with the point rankings and stuff. So how can like Ireland have won 2? They're 2-0 and have, I think you said 8 points.
Ireland
10.
have played 2, won 2, and got 10 points.
10 points, but then second place also has played 2, won 2, but they have less points. Why is that?
That's probably the points percentage on the actual field of play.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay,
Yeah. I mean,
everything okay, scorekeeper?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I had to.
Yeah, points. It's okay. It goes with points for and points against.
Okay, I got you.
Right, because Ireland has 74 points for them, only 17 against them.
Wow.
57. Whereas England has 43 points for, 38 against them.
Okay, so that's a lot closer. Okay,
Yeah,
I get it.
I like that scoring system.
that's
Why?
how they do it. That's basically how it works.
Did you say why?
Yes.
Because it takes into account, all the defensive prowess as well. Because if you only score, like if your offense isn't as strong and you only score a couple points, but you shut down your opponent completely, then you're still having a higher percentage on the point schedule.
I'm surprised Big Dog didn't jump in on this one, but I just want to tell you, Dream, I really didn't care about your answer. I just wanted to hear you speak.
Wow.
That's
I
not
was
right.
listening. I was just dying to get that answer in. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
I know it's rare that I actually have an intelligent comment, but
Newsflash.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it.
Newsflash, that try that the Irish just did, disallowed. It's back to 17-7.
Ah,
They've disallowed it. Don't know why, but it's been disallowed.
I blame the refs for the Chiefs game.
There we go.
okay.
By the way,
Lost you.
what a shock.
Yeah.
There you go.
The reason it was disallowed was they believe there was a knock on. So they have checked it out, and there was a knock on by a player called Robbie Henshaw. So therefore, they disallowed it.
A knock on?
Yeah, it's where the ball goes forward in play.
Okay.
You see, in rugby, the ball's got to go back.
Rugby,
The ball goes forward.
Rugby is just the most violent sport that I love to watch and know nothing about.
Yeah.
Have you seen rugby matches?
I have. I've seen them like the whole scrum thing where they just jump in a big old dog pile and fight and push and that's terrifying.
I still
That's
remember
the fun part.
the old Foster's commercial where they're talking about the beer and this guy's just slapping his head and it shows a Band-Aid on his head. He said, that's
The
helmet,
football helmet.
Australian. Yeah.
That's the helmet. Yep.
Funny how we all remember that one all the commercials because they had a series of the Australian football rules. We all remember the one about the Band-Aid.
Yep.
Like
People who play rugby are just built different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
And
are.
they tried
Definitely.
to. There was a couple of rugby players that they tried to get into football, and it just wasn't. It didn't work out for them. I think there was only like one really successful one, but I can't remember his name. Where he transitioned from rugby into the NFL.
Well, just lately, Dream, there's been about 5 or 6 that have transitioned over from
Whoa,
rugby
folks, be
into the
careful.
NFL.
Be careful. We're losing the right-wing audience right now.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're talking rugby here, nothing else.
We just
Behave.
need to clarify, but that is a hot button word, and if we say that word, we lose a certain section of the audience.
You want to hear something funny on that respect?
Go ahead.
Always.
I am leaving all the political aspects out of it, but I'm just going to tell you what happened because I think it's hilarious. So there was a lady in Missouri that bombed the construction site for an abortion clinic that was being built because she was anti-abortion, right? So she destroyed the construction site, bombed it and everything else. So she is facing a lawsuit, and it's hilarious to me because their defense is like her main defense is like, well, they're trying to say that it was just a construction site. It wasn't an abortion clinic yet. And the people that are suing her are saying, well, no, it was a construction site from the time it was, being built. So the people that are like, pro-life are the ones arguing that the thing isn't the thing until it's the thing.
Oh, okay.
And the defense is saying, no, it was. It was from the moment it was planned.
Yeah. They just brought a case somewhere in another state where they say that from the moment of conception, that's life.
Oh, the frozen embryos?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you can't freeze a 22-month-old.
Well, you can, but the outcome's not good, though.
It's not the same.
Not
it's
quite.
frowned upon.
There's a lot of things that are frowned upon that we do, but never mind.
Man, Dream, when we get together, we're dangerous when we get together, Dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The words me, you, and a dog named Boo. It all comes together on here.
Yes, it does, ladies and gentlemen. This is a safe zone for all of us. That's all I have to say. No matter what happens here.
Yeah, we don't discriminate who insult. We insult everyone.
Insult? What's it? It's communication, free flow of ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm leaving the politics out of it. I just thought it was a funny story.
That is a funny story.
It's a damn funny story. I don't think there was any politics involved in it, if I may so offer. There was none whatsoever. As a matter of fact, when I have conversations with people about certain changes in law and stuff, people will jump up and say, "Oh, well, that's a left law or a right law," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, that's the law. I don't care if it's right or left. We have the ramifications that we have to live with." Folks, it's not that we're in an echo chamber in the United States. It's we're in a dumb chamber in the United States. And it's the vast majority. The oligarchs have won. Now that's political. Yeah. And I fully acknowledge that. I've stated on other programs that it slipped out that there was a newsletter. I think I told this to Dream, that there was a newsletter that was written by an investment firm to its customers. And this was in the late 2010s, around 2017, 2018. And they actually stated the oligarchy has won. It is what it is in the United States of America. And they were speaking of a purely financial thing that they said, it's over. We won. Everyone beneath us is fighting amongst themselves. We won.
Oh, yeah. Anytime
they stated that in a newsletter.
Anytime the people start to fight against the banks or the government or for whatever reason,
that's bad.
There is cultural issue that somehow miraculously becomes pointed to and poignant in the news. in 2012, it was the Occupy Wall Street. It was, the banks must die and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden it became all about race and Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
There was a purpose. And if you look back, anytime there was some sort of, stand against you know, the man, so to speak, there's other cultural things that come out that keep us fighting amongst ourselves. And that is going according to plan. If you look at schools, like I think, what was it, Iowa or something like that? I want to say Iowa or Illinois. I think it was an I state. There are kids that are graduating that can't read and write.
Yeah.
And that's what they want. They don't want people that are
I think it was Illinois.
Illinois. Okay, so they don't want people that can do critical thinking. They want critical thinking skills gone. They want people smart enough to push the button and not smart enough to ask why.
Well,
Yes.
you know what they say? It's divide and conquer, isn't it?
Yep.
If you can keep the other factions small while you grow, you've got it in the bag. And that's what they do. They do it ever so well.
Yep. And
Yeah.
so when you're saying well, it's a left law or a right law, my favorite response to that, my favorite retort is left wing, right wing, same bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As I've told people, much to their chagrin, is where you're having a conversation with someone, they say, "Oh, well, that's political." I said, "What the F are you talking about? You're talking about a politician. What did you just say, you illiterate jackass? You're oh, well, that's political. We're talking about politicians. What are you doing? It's not even deflection. It's not even projection. It is jackassity with stupidity and American exceptionalism. How stupid when some politician does, well, that's political.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? What are you saying? And there's nothing for them to say. Folks, this has been my argument, even among sports for years. That when, and Big Dog knows this and he's tired of this already, but I've been after people when they say the so-and-sos of whatever. I turn around, what are you saying? What are you saying? They're actually saying nothing because they have nothing to say. They're just copying what someone else is saying. I'm sorry, folks. Ask the people what they mean by that.
Yeah.
Now, my co-hosts here know exactly what I'm talking about, and they love to carry it to another level. They're not stupid, because if they were stupid, I wouldn't talk to them. Okay? That's the fact of the matter.
Okay.
Oh, is that all it takes? Oh, damn.
You're doing it wrong. You were doing something wrong.
Okay, F all of you. That was funny. That was funny. But that's what I mean. My sister told me years ago, this was my sister Alma. She said, you don't have time for people that you if their light bulb is not on, you don't spend time with them. And I was like, no,
yeah, I don't sit in a dark room.
A dream, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that we just picked up. Look, if someone does not have what it takes to have a conversation, I have no interest whatsoever. And my sister, before Big Dog told me this, my sister said, yeah, the problem is you let it be known. They're gonna whoop your ass as you get older. And look, sorry folks, I just don't have time for people. And I've used this forever. I've commented about when people are on commenting on games when well, that was a busted play. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. The only reason why they use it is because they've heard it from someone else. They don't even know what it means. Or the one that drives me insane. Joe Flacco has been moderately successful when he throws across the middle of the field.
Lord.
What the? I mean, what, dude? What are you doing?
He's consistently average is my favorite.
Oh, I had not heard. Dream had told me about that. When I finally heard it, I lost my sight.
You're consistently average. What the, dude? Shut up. Shut up.
Big Dog and I have been to baseball games and basketball games, and when we hear people around us, oh my God, Big Dog and I are like rolling our eyes. Look, see that? It's like, what are we gonna do? It's like it's horrible. And folks, this is not that we feel that we're above everyone else. I mean, we
But
know
we
that we
are.
are. Oh, tree. Oh my
I was
god.
thinking, and I was thinking the same thing too.
Oh
But
my
we are.
god. And we love to hear what people have to say. But when it's empty and not worth any, you know what? We don't have time. We just don't have time. We have a life to live. And
I like to say, look, if I'm, a perfect example. I skipping thoughts in my head. All right, so I tell people like, look, if I'm wrong, I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. Show me where I'm wrong. Give me facts. Show me what's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
There was a book that came out a while ago, quite a few years ago. It was 100 authors against the theories of Albert Einstein and his theory of relativity.
Okay.
And his response to that was, "Why 100? If I was wrong, it would only take one."
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's like, look, just show me the facts. Put the facts on the table. If I'm wrong, cool. I have
oh,
no problem admitting I'm wrong if I'm wrong, but show me I'm wrong.
sorry, Dream. I'm dying to jump on this one. Ladies, chump. I don't know what the hell I just said.
You
I'm
got excited.
dying to jump on this one. Mr. Lindell, congratulations for losing your $5 million challenge that you said prove me wrong. You were proven wrong, and now you have to pay up. The court of law said it that it is. And what is everyone else saying? Well, this is un-American. Really? I thought litigious. I thought Americans were litigious. So, once again, Lindell, you're wrong, and you have to pay up. You're wrong. You never told the truth. You are actually a liar. So, Mr. Lindell, I'm sorry that you lost your business, but you're a liar. So now you got to pay up $5 million to an engineer.
You got to
That's
pay it to
funny.
Jay.
That's how stupid Lindell is. He lost to an engineer. Oh, hi, Jay. Sorry.
I was about to say, don't forget who's listening.
Yeah.
I forgot myself.
You got to say, liar, liar,
Never.
pants on fire.
Yeah.
What was he proved wrong about? I kind of remember, but
This
please
was
refresh.
in the 2021 where he says, I have electronic proof that the voting machines across America were altered.
Okay.
And he was proven wrong. It was gibberish. He had nothing. And every time he keeps the shyster huckster that he is, he keeps coming up saying, well, I have proof. I have proof. The only time he demonstrated proof, he got proven wrong by someone who actually speaks the language. So,
I love it.
sorry, Jay. Yeah, I kind of knew you were listening. That's why I caught myself when I realized, oh shit, Jay's still here. I'm so sorry. But I actually respect Jay. I'm generalizing when I say engineers.
In all the zeros and ones, he was the big zero.
Yeah, and
Yes.
folks, the whole thing about these people is they're constantly saying, "Well, I have proof." Where is it? Where is it? Every time you've gone to court, you've never presented it.
Because their thinking
They're lying.
is, well, no, their thought process is, well, if Trump doesn't have to show proof, why do I?
Yeah. But with Trump, it's if I shout loud enough, long enough, people will switch off and not bother checking the facts.
Hi,
That is true,
Joseph
too.
Goebbels.
Oh, speaking of which, Dream, have you bought the $500 sneakers that he's putting out?
No, but I do love the fact that somebody hacked a website that said,
Oh, did they?
buy Trump sneakers or whatever, and it directed them to like anti-gun law, like voter registration.
That's
Love
great.
it.
That is great.
While that is a crime, that is a harm. Well, okay, I have to be careful on that, but it is a harmless.
No,
crime.
I don't think he hacked a website. I think he just created a website that was, buy Trump
similar.
shoes or whatever. I think he just created
Similar.
his
Okay.
own.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
It don't matter. And I think it's hilarious that, that's a truly victimless crime to have hacked his website and gotten it to point that way.
Well, that's also as easy as, stealing a lollipop from a child.
Wow.
Scorekeeper, we're used to, or I don't know if you've seen the post or not, so I'll just say,
Probably not.
were you, but are you surprised that a certain former listener who you went to go visit in the greater Northwest has reserved her pair of $500 Trump shoes.
In the Northwest.
She now lives in New York with a certain legend who announces.
No, I actually haven't been online. Sorry, folks.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, are you surprised that she bought a pair of those tennis shoes?
No, I don't. I'm not surprised.
This is horrible.
He came out with two pairs. So there's the gold. Supposedly the $500 tennis shoes have actual gold flakes or gold something in them.
Supposedly,
and then if you can't afford those ones, then he came out with the cheaper version, which is still gold in color, but I guess the outside is done differently slightly, and those ones are $250.
So stupid.
Yes.
Hey, folks. Again, I and not wanting to contradict my co-host here or anything, folks. We all have different views. It's just a fact, and great.
True.
Yeah, hey, Merry Christmas. Good for you. I just know where that money's going is to pay all of his legal costs, and if you want to contribute to it, go ahead, knock yourself.
Oh, he's not going to pay his legal costs. You think he's going to pay his legal?
Oh no, I apologize. I meant his legal fines. I meant those.
He ain't going to pay them.
Yeah,
neither.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he's not paying these. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's quite good at that. That's the only thing he's done his entire life is not pay people that do stuff for him. This is par for the course. And I love how people that
just talk to Stormy Daniels.
Oh, come on. Look what's in the fucking.
Damn.
I love Stormy Daniels in that she just told her version of her story. And she said, yeah, he has small hands. They're commensurate. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you love Stormy Daniels for her earlier work.
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
he does, but he won't admit to it.
I don't know. I don't have time to watch a lot of that stuff, folks. So it all is. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Talk with the Guys, home on the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Training day 2-pair. Oh, very good, Jay. Very good. I like that. Folks, we're going to make fun of anyone and anyone that we see fit. You're going to take it personally. Grow up. Grow up. This is what we do. And we do believe everyone has the ability to follow whatever they want, do whatever they want. We don't care.
Yeah.
If you're going to get offended by it, do you know what that means? We have rent free up here. Right, Dream?
Yep.
Right, Big Dog? If they're the ones that get mad over it, then we're living up here rent free.
Yep.
But the problem is we're living in rent free because there's nothing else up there.
Oh,
That's why we fit.
Oh, Big Dog, there are times that I really do passionately love. There's no doubt about it. That might have been one of those moments. I even stated it on air.
We'll go back to one sports thing since we haven't hardly talked about that. Dream, I wanted to get your thoughts on. I'm not sure if you heard about it. It happened yesterday. Steve Kerr was given a 2-year extension for $35 million, which makes him the highest paid coach in NBA history. So I was just wanting to get your thoughts on that.
He's a great freaking coach. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't make many, bad calls.
Yeah.
He uses timeouts wisely. He uses his bench wisely. He was able to bring Klay Thompson off the bench and have him okay with that. Like at least what Klay has pushed towards the media is like, hey, look, there's people that or like he referenced Manu Ginobili. It's like this guy came off the bench his entire career, and people still treat him with reverence and respect for and appreciative of everything that he's done. Spurs team couldn't have been the Spurs team without him. That had to have come from Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Something that had to have come from him. Like, hey, look, it's like we're asking you to do this. It's not a knock on you. This is where we need you to be. And for what his production was and everything else, that's great. I have a lot of respect for Steve Kerr. The second, people were asking him to compare LeBron and Jordan, and he was like, "I love both of them. They both gave me 3 rings."
I love his little backward acknowledgement.
It's so amazing to me. Like, so, is he worth the 35 million? I mean, I don't, that number to me is just imaginary because I'll never see 35 million in 2 years. You know,
Yeah,
you know, do I think he deserves to be paid? Yeah, this man deserves to be paid. He's a great coach. He's handled superstars and non-superstars alike. He's won championships on his own. Nice. 24/7. Um, so you look at what he's done on the court and on the side.
yeah, I
He's got
agree.
a body of work behind him. He's got a lot of experience. He knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing. He's been to he's won rings on both sides. Like, he knows what
Yeah.
it takes. Give him his money.
I'm going to state the stupid obvious right now. It's only a matter of time before the next coach gets the greatest of all time. But
Yeah.
I do believe, I don't know, that's why I said it's the most lamest line. But Steve Kerr jumped ahead. I'm sorry, it's
The
Kerr,
most
right?
lamest.
Sure. Yes.
Or I thank you, Dream, please.
Steve Kerr. What were
Yeah,
you saying about Steve
that's
Kerr?
the closest I've ever got to telling him, dude. Don't be a dick. Big Dog, I think he jumped ahead of most of the coaches right now by getting that contract. I agree with Dream and almost everything. Pay him. When you look at results,
Yeah.
dude, scoreboard, right?
Uh,
Dream, Big Dog, Anime Girl. What does the
Well,
scoreboard say?
Yeah.
and I think half of that salary was earned, or the contract extension was earned just dealing with Draymond.
Yeah.
Having to deal
Oh
with
my God!
Draymond.
So is that a deserved contract?
Yeah.
Oh, are we on the? Oh my Lord! Did he deserve that? Do we have a breakthrough right here?
Well, I won't say deserved. He was compensated for having to deal with Draymond all these years.
Yeah.
Because that is a handful. I mean, Phil Jackson had to deal with, Dennis Rodman and all those antics.
Yep.
But at least, when Dennis went on the court, I mean, you knew what you were getting. Whereas with Draymond,
Yeah.
Draymond's problems are all on the court. All of Rodman's things were all his extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
He was a little bit of a problem on the court, but Draymond, we're lucky he hasn't been kicked out of the league for all the crap he pulls.
Yeah. Rodman was able to drive people to the point where they wanted to punch him.
Yeah.
Mentally,
Yeah. Yep.
Draymond is the one punching people. So,
Well, I told that story. I don't know if you've heard it, Dream, but Rodman talked about how he used to the psychology of getting, getting into the mind of the player. So when he was guarding someone, and of course, this is back in the 90s, and so you could body up on the guy, when you're taking him, when you're defending him, and hands up, but you body him. So as he's bodying the guy, he is telling the guy, "I'm not wearing any underwear right now. I don't have any underwear on."
yep.
To get into the mind of the guy going, and he'd be like, "I'm rubbing my dick against you, and you don't even care," type of shit, So,
Enemy girl says, "I'm out." Bye.
Oh, did we? Oh
No.
Oh, sorry. Jay says big difference, of course.
oh yeah,
Jay, I apologize. I saw your comment on the tell me why. I know this was like an hour ago, but if you could clarify what your question was pertaining to, because I know it was Dream and Big Dog commenting, and I just wanted to know what it was specifically.
Yeah, when
But-
Big Dog and I get spitballing,
yeah,
why is never the question you want to ask.
yeah. It could be a ton of things.
Well, that's why I wanted clarity. That's all. I believe they deserve that opportunity. I don't know if Jay has earned it, but they deserve to answer. So, folks, another thing regarding the free agency thing, especially with Schnell, the one from San Diego, we've talked about this for years. He's on the wrong side of 31. It's happened. They want these 7, 8, 9, 10-year deals when they're already 31. Teams don't want to play these guys. It's really sad in some ways that prior to the escalation in salaries, you could have pitchers that were 35, 36 that were earning 2-year deals, 3-year deals, whatever. Those are gone now. They're gone. Donald Fear was asked this question 40 years ago when he said, but do you see a time when only one player on the team will be earning the most money? And he says, if that's the way where the economics goes, yes. He says, well, do you also see a time when veterans will be losing out on that? He said,
Yeah.
if that's where the Donald Fear said yes. If that's where the economics are going, if you have a free market, that's the way it is.
Yep. There's only so much you can charge, before people aren't willing to pay it anymore for any service, any product. And what these guys are putting on the field, it is a product. It's whether it's a basketball court or a baseball field or a hockey rink or a football arena, whatever the fuck it is, football field, they're a product. And what are you going to deliver? What is this product valued at? Now, do they deserve a 10-year contract, after they've been, with the team for so long? They might deserve it. They might have earned it, but they ain't gonna get it. When you're 30 plus, when you're on the wrong side of 30, you're not gonna get that massive contract when I can have 2 or 3 people, in development for a couple years and be able to deliver the same outcome.
Okay. My comment is a technical comment to Dream. He used a phrase that I flinch on because I don't believe anyone deserves anything.
I know.
And he used it, and then he used it in a way that I was listening to the entire argument, as opposed to dumb wingers that hear one word and they lose their mind. You have to listen to what the person is saying in the entire argument. And Dream, even though you use a phrase that gets on my nerves, it doesn't matter. I appreciate it. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
You okay? You okay there?
Yeah. I'm choking up a
You
little
choked
bit.
on
As
that
close
one,
to a
didn't you, boy?
compliment I've gotten in a while.
Folks, that's what we do here. We try to listen. And do we always listen? No. But we read the comments. We try to listen to the co-host. And oftentimes we get lost in the argument as well. But like I said, I heard what Dream was saying. And there was... See, I'm wasting time and now explaining it. His comment stands on its own. There's nothing for me to add to it.
Yeah.
Did he say something I disagreed with? He used several phrases, but his comment was well thought out, in my humble opinion. And the same thing with Big Dog. There are times when Big Dog would say something that has something in it.
Gone again.
That's because he was paying me a compliment. He can't have that go out on the air.
It's something about you, big dog. I've worked that one out.
And there's times
That was funny.
And there's times that scorekeeper says things like most lamest, and I call it out briefly and I let it go.
Most lamest.
And I quote.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just gonna hibernate behind my little icon here. I might even mute myself while the argument gets started. Ooh.
No.
Wait. Go on. Come on now. You know you wanna.
Anime girl's about to go like, Aussie. Oi.
Yeah. Damn right I am.
Folks, there are times when the jab stands on its own. I've been trying to share that with my co-hosts. Listen to what they're saying, and dude, just there are times not to answer, and I'm answering, and I don't mean to. So
Well, a lot
it
of the
stands
time,
on its own.
going forward, I am going to not get political.
Okay.
Well, that's a bunch of.
No, and by that I mean I'm not going to talk for an hour and say nothing.
Oh,
I
oh,
like
Good
that.
for you,
Yeah.
Andrew.
Very
Okay, that's
good.
oh,
nice.
yes. That was good. Now I'm gonna do not necessarily a retreat, but there was something happened in basketball a few weeks ago, and I believe it's really old now. Actually, it might have
Okay.
been last week, and I'm gonna place it in the private chat. Oh, it says the website is temporarily down. Oh, great. Let me see if it's just a link at that moment.
Pornhub is down? Why?
No, the mirror. Stop it. The
Ah,
mirror.com is not working right now. So anyway, Big Dog,
You know,
let me surmise it real quick. This was on or about it was last week, February 15th. Kevin Durant was making
okay.
his feelings clear after the Detroit Piston star was arrested for punching an opponent. And this was in the mirror version of the US. Now I missed it and I wanted to talk about it last week. So I don't have the article right now. Yeah, it was a big word, Jay. It was. So I didn't see anything else in basketball, but this is from the Mirror, and I wanted to get a little bit of clarity. But I cannot. Their website's down right now, so I hopefully
so
I'll be able to get you that link.
on a broader spectrum, while you're trying to find that,
Oh,
what?
it's not there.
How do you feel? All right, never mind. Uh, I was gonna ask, just like, what are your general perspectives on Kevin Durant? Because for me,
The
like, I
crybaby.
hear all of this all-star and he's a Hall of Famer, a future Hall of Famer, and this and that. And I know score. I know scorekeeper. I know. I'm with you on that. Um, for me, I get so fed up with hearing about him because while he's a talented scorer, I'm not gonna. He's a talented scorer. It stops there for me. I even with him being, here or wherever I don't care where he plays. Like, I'm just so over him. I'm tired of hearing about him. He never commanded that respect for me, like a Jordan does or a Kobe does, where they had that killer gene mentality. Like, they want to dominate you. They want to make you feel a certain way just stepping on the court. They want you to be terrified of them. People aren't terrified of him.
Let me preface before Big Dog gets in because his answer is going to be much more eloquent than mine. We've talked about this guy over the last few weeks, and it's like, why? Why? Petulant is the word that comes to mind. Big Dog, nail it.
Kevin Durant is an elite player. He's not the best. He's probably top 10. Uh, but does not have, and I will borrow this from the great Mick Foley. Kevin Durant does not have the testicular fortitude that it takes for you to win a championship. Yes, he has a ring, and that is only because after getting his ass handed to him by
Everybody.
the Golden State Warriors when he was with Oklahoma City, he then, of course, was a free agent and joined the Golden State Warriors. And it is because of them and not the other way around, not because of him, but because of them, he has his rings and has done shit since then,
Yep.
other than joining, I think, 3 more teams because he's not happy with the way they're going. No, asshole, you stay with the team and you make the team. If you think you're so goddamn good, why is it that no one can win with you? That you jump ship after a year, 2 years tops,
Yeah.
because things aren't going your way. You know, he just the other day almost got 2 fans kicked out of the game because as he was running on the court for warm-ups, someone said, Durant, you're a bitch. and he stopped his run, went back to them, and he was like, why are you calling me that? And he was like, for 5 minutes, going back and forth with them, and security was going to kick them out. He did come back and say, no, let them stay as long as they keep their mouths shut. And I'm like, really? Had it been Jordan, had it been Larry Bird, who I hate because he's a Celtic, but I respect everything that he did.
Yeah.
Bird, Jordan, Magic.
Kareem.
No, Kareem wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah. Kobe, Robert
Kobe.
Horry.
They would have Shaq. They would have turned around and said, "Well, if I'm a bitch, then what's your mom?"
Yeah.
Type of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
You must be confusing me for your mom.
Yeah, he has earned his nickname Cupcake. That is exactly what he is.
Yeah.
He is a petulant little 5-year-old that when things aren't going his way, he has meltdowns. I mean, if the guy gets affected by what someone says on Twitter about him,
Yeah. That's exactly. And Jay put it right. If he has talent around him, he's good. And
Period.
it's period.
Yeah.
It's if he surrounds himself with stars, yeah, he looks good because there's nobody that's going to be worrying about him defensively. It's all going to go the other way, and it's spreading the floor away from him. But he can't command that respect. He can't command the court. He doesn't have the testicular fortitude. As soon as you said McFoley, I knew that was coming.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll get to that in a moment.
But it's true. Like he's not strong enough mentally.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that alpha dog mentality. Like, I'm the best. You all need to step up to my level. He still needs to step up to other people's level.
Dream. Can you imagine the head games Dennis Rodman would have played on him?
Oh, he would have quit the league long ago.
He would have been crying in the corner after Rodman got through with him.
She'd have been crying in the corner by the halftime.
Do you want to know someone crying in the corner? If you guys want to look back to the video, talk about not having a poker face. When I handed it off to the big dog, as I did, and then the big dog said, and I want to quote the incredible, look at my face. I was expecting the big dog to say, like the legend, incredible scorekeeper. When he says McFoley, I was like, oh shit. If you want, I think you can see that I was expecting Big Dog to say me.
Man.
That's why I was chuckling throughout Big Dog's comment, because I'm like, oh crap. Oh my God. Oh, I want to know if it actually did show on video because I was
Oh yeah, it did. I saw it. I was wondering. I was like, okay.
You didn't know why. That's why I was
Yeah, I didn't know why, but I was like, okay.
Why. I was like, Big Dog's gonna
one more thing about Durant, much as I don't want to admit it, he probably will make the Hall of Fame just based on his numbers.
Okay, Big Dog,
and that
right now, if he were to stop today, is he Hall of Famer? We talked about that, and you
not first ballot, but yes.
Okay, you see, that's how you should have the conversation.
I agree.
I remember Big Dog shut me up when we were talking about the man from Golden State with the years that he had. I said, okay, Big Dog, if we end his career right now,
Steph Curry?
And Big Dog didn't even hesitate. He said, yes, done.
Steph's automatic. I'll right now, unless there's like a scandal of some sort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Steph Curry is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I agree.
Right now.
That we had, well, again,
there's
arguments. I know.
There's arguments being made across the board. Stephen A. Smith is one of them. That's for saying that Steph is ahead of LeBron. Like, Steph's a better player than LeBron.
I agree.
And you know what? And you know what? When it comes to Stephen A. Smith, he's also the one that said women should know their place and shut up. Okay, just consider the source. You can never take.
But he is correct about.
Was in the same.
He is correct about Steph being ahead of LeBron.
Yes,
I agree.
Like, you look at finals, you look at rings and everything else, but Steph beat LeBron
Yeah.
finals. Like that's direct competition. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
And has done all those world titles and everything else in by about 8 less years.
Yeah.
Because
8.
Steph, I believe, is in his 12th or 13th year. LeBron is in his 20th.
So Big Dog, he's done it in 3/4 of the time that
Yes,
LeBron did. So there's a
which is
difference.
of course what we're used to LeBron.
Yes,
before he
there's
won a
a
title.
significant difference that
Yeah.
Steph has delivered in 3/4 of the time, which LeBron delivers on a regular basis 3/4 of the time.
Just to let everybody know, that's one of the things I got suspended on Facebook for, because I was in a Lakers group, and they were gagging on LeBron's crotch.
Gaggy.
They were gagging on LeBron's crotch with the way they were talking about him, and I posted a meme that had Steph and LeBron comparisons, next to each other, and all I put was the meme, and all I put on the top was, let's see what all the how do they put it? Let's see how all the bronzexuals act with this.
And they did.
And then I said, and Steph did it in less time.
Yeah.
And within 2 hours, I was suspended for 30 days.
Yeah, because all those people that you implied did.
Yep.
And you still have rent up there in their space.
Yeah.
Now, Anime Girl,
Yeah.
are you surprised by the Big Dog's argument based on what he said, that they're gagging on his crotch? You see, Big Dog, let me challenge you this way. You are a man of the people. You speak the language of the barbarian. What you need to do is you need to use the effusive, highfalutin language.
No, because then they won't understand then they won't understand me.
But you win twice.
No, because I like
stay stupid.
No, because unlike you, I like fighting with them. You say the one question, then you block them. I don't do that. I'm like, bring it on, bring it on.
No. No, I want to clarify that. Again, I've always been by, if they comment, there's the comment. It should speak on its own. I, in turn, comment. And if they come back, it's like, dude, you're wasting time. Your comment should stand on its own.
No, but
Why
see, I
are you
have fun.
coming back again.
But see, I have fun with that though, because it gives me joy that I can put them down over and over and over again.
You are a man of the people. I thought I said that.
Arguing with Big Dog is like wrestling a pig in the mud. Sooner or later, you realize the pig likes it.
Yep. Dream, I say this on air, and I mean it to the core of my bone and body. I love you so much. You understand me.
I didn't have a chance to put the porn notice on the screen.
No. There's a poem by Rudyard Kipling called "If."
Ooh, Kipling. Okay.
And it says, if you can walk with crowds and keep your virtue, if you can walk with kings nor lose the common touch. And I feel like I'm a good balance between you and Scorekeeper.
Yeah, because I'm not. I'm not.
Because I can go either way with this.
But please don't transition.
But that's where you got to be. You got to be able to go back and forth and have fun, and know when the time is right to do whatever. But you guys are both a lot of fun.
Anime Girl, when did this become a mutual admiration society? And if in fact it did, where in the hell are you?
I'm on the other side of the Atlantic, and I decided that since this was a mutual admiration club, that I would just let you girls carry on and just sit here and listen.
And you still question what is your place on this program?
Yeah, it's very true. With you three involved, it's like trying to get in between the blooming three little pigs. It's impossible.
I was going to say the happy little hippos, right?
Well, yeah.
Or the hungry hippos.
like Dream says, you realise the little pigs enjoy playing in the mud pile. Yeah,
See, and
you
and I
damn right.
miss that. I genuinely do miss that. It's just Big Dog is willing to go to the mat, no pun intended, on the entire argument. And for me, knowing that people, my thinking, again, it's just my thinking is, dude, you said your comment. It should stand on its own. I then respond. Don't give me this shit that I misinterpreted. No, I'm giving you my comment, right or wrong, on your comment. Shut the F up after that. That's it. Just move on. Otherwise, it just goes on forever and ever. Now, Big Dog, you are good at engaging the masses. I'm sorry. I'm done because
Uh,
it for me, it's a waste of time. And it's not against you. It's just,
no, I know.
that's the way I see it. Look, they made a comment. I answered. Move on. So I've never ripped Big Dog for what he does because I know he does engage him. As a matter of fact, I've said he has more testicular fortitude than I do when it comes to engaging the masses. I don't want to engage them. I don't want to get altered. I don't. I don't.
It gives me joy. It makes it.
And you said that, and I acknowledge
This,
that. I've
You
never
well,
let
just
see,
you down for that.
that's because I am more of a, as you said, I'm more of a common man. You know.
No, I didn't
no.
comment.
No, I am saying no. I'm saying that about myself, and I have no problem with that. That's why, you know,
You are a
Score,
man of the
scorekeeper's
people.
I
channeling Pontius Pilate, and he's like, "I wash my hands of this."
see, and I'll go, and of course, Speedy would love this.
Oh,
So I'm gonna quote the great Dusty Rhodes.
I
Oh
thought you were going to
Lord.
quote Barney.
No, no, no
I'm
more.
way off on. I'm way off on your quotes today. Did
Yeah, you're way off. So I'm gonna quote the great Dusty Rhodes.
He's going to quote me.
So I've wined and dined with kings and queens, and I've slept in an alley eating pork and beans.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Spade. I mean, Tortuga.
Well, see, that's why he's Tortuga, because he's taking so effing long to get back online. Quit touching the screen, Speedy.
He's a toucher.
The girls
Wiping
aren't
off
real. The
substance.
girls, it's not philovision. It can't. Don't you know?
Yeah, you can't fast forward live TV. Sorry.
He's never gonna live that way.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Sports Talk with the guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. It is
We're
what it is,
gonna
folks.
to show, and also, of course, to show what an asshole I am. Once he passes and we're at his funeral, way 20, 50 years down the line, I'm going to bend over and I'm going to whisper to him, try fast forwarding this.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So
I don't know if
talking
that
about
was a full asshole mode. I don't know.
talking about death and,
Yes.
and funerals and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Were we?
I don't know if you guys know any line cook parlance, or any kitchen talk, but I want my line cook to be my line cooks to be my pallbearers,
Oh shit.
so they can let me down one last time.
No, that's the Cowboys joke.
Yeah.
Hey! Back off there, Celtic supporter.
Oh, wow.
Hey, at least if I'm a Celtic supporter, at least I can say, they have the most championships ever. Can't say that about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Of course, you can say that about the Lakers also because they're both tied.
Yeah.
And speaking of challenges and supporters and all stuff, because when you Anime Girl, when you called him a Celtic supporter, I was thinking of Coffee, who is in Seattle right now. And
My heart rate went up.
Yeah. Coffee was one of the first ones to actually go after Matt on being the A's fan club president. I mean, how old is that, Big Dog? I mean, that's like 12.
He did not like that one.
Oh my God. Coffee had that one early on. That was hilarious.
Hey, scorekeeper, next time Big Dog comes on, you got to change his name to Celtic supporter.
I'll send you right back.
Okay, all right. Well, here's the thing. Look, first of all, it's damn funny, but Dream, do you think I'm that stupid? Even though he's not in my presence, I mean, I'm gonna see the big guy again.
And don't forget, I also have control over what I can put under his if he's calling me a Celtic
Oh,
supporter.
right.
I'm
That's
gonna, I'm
terrifying.
gonna have to talk to IT about that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Uh, it was funny when we first started on StreamYard and we were learning the whole program and how we were all screwing with each other. And there were some creative title changes. I mean,
Oh
there
yeah.
were.
Yes,
And it
there
was
were.
so subtle because you couldn't tell. There was no ding, there was no nothing because we were all on the same level. So we could all,
I think I'm
I
the
say
only
this
one.
digitally, we could all screw with each other.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't come on with an extra title. I've never put one on.
Today was the first time I did mine.
Yeah. Well, I like the token Brit. That's so but she's had others as well. But that's 2 weeks in a row now, the token Brit. I love it. I love it so.
I feel
I
left
think,
out.
what is
I don't
your
have a title.
scorekeeper? Oh, just ndbmedia.net.
Oh yeah, that's all. It's just
How
regular.
boring.
Sorry. It's Look, I say when it's boring. All right?
So say it's boring because it's boring.
I just did. I'm not going to say it
Oh,
again
okay.
because you're not a future Hall of Famer.
Don't be repetitive and redundant.
Actually,
Again?
scorekeeper. Actually, scorekeeper. I can say I'm a future Hall of Famer because,
Actually, you are.
yeah,
Yeah, you
because
are.
I'll have the scandal later, which will not get me in. And for now, I'm a future because
Oh,
everybody is a future Hall of Famer. Just like,
Bingo!
just like,
Bingo!
and
That
Tanya,
is
I asked for
actually.
forgiveness ahead of time.
Uh-oh.
Just like right now, the Mets are world champion contenders because it's spring training.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll say
Okay, I'm gonna
this.
switch.
I am not a future Hall of Famer because I already have too many bets out.
Whoa, okay. You're an acknowledgement of the reality, but I still think it applies. Big Dog is right. We're all future Hall of Famers until something drags us down. I like that. I do like that, folks. Because the only way to be in the Hall of Fame in any sport is to actually be acknowledged and get voted in, or you buy the ring to become a Hall of Famer.
Oh, so technically we're all future presidential candidates.
It's very good. And
no. This one's scorekeeper's going to love me for this one. No, we are all
that's
future Hall of Famers of the world.
Oh, you son of a! That's funny. That's creative. Now, folks, I'm going to violate a trust right now because this was about. I don't know if I told this to Dream. Anime Girl, I think you'll get a kick out of this. But there is a church somewhere in Arizona, of all places,
Yeah.
that confers degrees if you're a member of the church. And when I found out about this, I said, Big Dog, maybe you and I should get our degrees so we can be known as the sports doctors. Remember that, Big Dog?
Yep.
Because I
Excuse
know,
me.
and he was just as bored then as he is today. So I told him we should do this, and Big Dog said, "Well, how?" I said, "It's a 75 pass-fail test, and then you'll get your master's in divinity at that church, and then you do another, 75 question pass-fail, which multiple attempts. It's like you'll pass." And then they'll give you a doctor in divinity at their church. I told Big Dog, dude, we got to do this so we can be the doctor, the two sports doctors. And Big Dog and I laughed about it. And I think Big Dog was like, okay, 3 years later, it's like, I thought we were going to be the doctors. No, he didn't answer me until later. Like, oh, so what's that doctor stuff you were talking about? I'm like, damn
That's
it.
funny.
Damn it. So I'm not knocking the the belief system of that particular establishment. I thought it would be cool to be known as the doctors, the sports doctors. It's only $75. It was $1 a question, damn it. Now that I think about it. So,
Oh man.
and
All right, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna drop off, guys. But I want you all to have a great day. It's great talking to you all. Scorekeeper, I'll talk to you later this afternoon.
sounds great.
And yeah, Anime Girl. It's always great hearing the Token Brit and all the
Yeah,
rugby updates.
yeah. Well, I did give you the final score. I did,
Yep.
didn't I?
Yep, 27-2.
31.
31-7 for
Oh,
the
30
Irish.
31-7. Wow. That's
I
awesome.
mean, I was watching the final few minutes of play, and literally Ireland held the Welsh on the goal line. That's how close it came.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great defense.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
more
cool.
ways than one.
Yep. All right, guys. Peace out. And I'll
All right,
talk
man.
to you
Take care.
later. Peace.
Yep. You
Enjoy
look after
your
yourself,
Saturday,
now,
buddy.
Dream.
Yep.
Yep.
And there he was, gone.
Yes.
And
And I went to
and
turn
then
the
there
camera.
were 3.
Yes.
Then back to 3 again.
I'm
Yeah.
going to see if that link is now up. But I did check the link again, and it said the website is down in my area. So I don't know what that means. Maybe the Amazon.
Maybe maintenance. You never know.
Yeah. Let me try it again. Oh, our website is temporarily unavailable in your location. We are working hard to get it back online.
Hmm.
And that is themirror.com. So the American website version.
Why don't you go to the UK version? Maybe you'll get the same article.
Because that's too smart.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of doing that.
Oh, Jesus
Because I think it's themirroruk.com, if I'm not mistaken. I get some of my articles from them too, or I've seen articles from them.
Yeah, but don't forget over here we have a paper called the Daily Mirror, so you want to be careful.
Ah, true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
Is the Daily Mirror, is that the one that has the page 5 girl in it?
No, that was the Sun, and it's page 3.
Oh, page 3. Apologies.
Yeah. A certain Samantha Fox was the one
Yeah,
that
she was.
everybody remembers.
I remember her.
Oh, well, a lot of people do actually remember Miss Fox. They do actually remember her quite a lot.
Damn.
She was somewhat, so we say, of a big girl.
Oh, yeah. And then she went on to have a.
Oh, is she the British pop singer?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
she did.
Okay.
She had moderate success here, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to say it, didn't you?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I said it. Because Poker Face over here.
Oh, I hope to God that doesn't become the moniker.
Poker Face?
Yeah, I hope it doesn't. Yeah, I forgot about her. She's a cutie then as she is now. So
She was late 80s, early 90s? Does that sound about right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
because nothing is gonna stop me now. Oh, and touch me now. Oh, damn. Yeah, I remember those songs. Yeah, she's cute. No doubt about it. Sorry, folks. I'm old. I have no filter. It is what it is. Jay, I don't know which one, but yes, a lot of LOLs. A lot of LOLs. So, folks, we're at 8:42 a.m. Pacific time. There is quite a bit of stuff. I didn't go over Formula One, folks, but I'm not going to go over the whole schedule. Formula One does open on March 2nd in Bahrain and then follows up in Saudi Arabia on the 9th. Now, those are Saturdays, which did surprise me. Generally, they're on a Sunday, but I did verify the schedule. Most events are on a Sunday. On certain countries, they are on Saturdays, which in Las Vegas kind of surprised me. But I'm like, yeah, I guess it would be on a Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Actually, I just had a question about. I was going to ask a question about that. So was the Las Vegas Indy thing? Was that like preseason, or was that considered part of the point system? For the championship. Since you said the season starts in Baccarat.
Oh, are you talk? Well, which event was at Las Vegas? Was that the NASCAR?
No, it wasn't NASCAR. I'm talking about the one where it was the Indy cars. I don't know if it was Indy
a little while
itself.
ago, right? That was already last year, big dog.
That was November.
Yeah, that was the end of last year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But that was part of the regular championship run.
Yeah, as far as I
Okay.
know, I'm not 100%, but I thought it was part of the regular schedule. Do you remember that
Okay.
anime girl
What
for,
the
for Formula One in Las Vegas?
vaguely, yes, vaguely.
Okay, well, that's cool. Um,
That's
Didn't
fine.
go down too well from what I can remember.
No, it did
well,
not.
there are tons and tons of video as to how bad apparently it was, and it was the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and it was on November 18, 2023. There were a lot of issues that a lot of people paid for premium events, and they basically got ripped off. There are a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah,
Alleged,
from the manhole cover, the
yeah,
incident that
both
Friday
of them.
night, which and it's weird because Friday was trials. I mean, it wasn't even the actual race or anything, but people did pay for trials and they didn't get any. Or the trials happened, but in front of no crowd. They thought it was COVID time because they sent everybody home, and trials were like at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, that was
No, you,
that
you don't
was
you don't
bad.
do that to a Formula One crowd because they get very, very upset and offended.
And they're very wealthy.
Well, yeah, I
That's the meat. That's the key part.
Now, Las Vegas Formula One will be November, and I don't think they're the last race. They're the last, like second to last. Let me take.
Again, they're going back to Vegas again.
Oh, dude, it made a lot of money, irrespective of the lawsuits. Let me see. They're October, November. Yeah, it's going to be on a Saturday night again. So it's going to be November 23rd, which, if we look at the calendar, it's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Can you imagine the traffic that's going to be there because of Indy being in November and also the construction of the new stadium, which is right off the strip, right behind, right across the street from Bolly's.
Big dog, I can't imagine. I just have to go back and look at what happened. It's a disaster. They were weeks after they still had stuff up there. And
Oh yeah,
and folks, God bless Long Beach, for their race down here when they have it on tax weekend. They're up. They don't jam. There are a few road closures and stuff, but they're expert at what they do. And maybe Vegas will get their act together because they are the show people. But it was a disaster that there was, I think, 2 weeks after, streets were still closed. They were still blocked off. There were stands up. It was a mess. So, Big Dog, my only answer to you would be dude, the race is going to end on Saturday, and you have Thanksgiving weekend coming up.
I was going to say, won't that clash with the football season?
oh God, can you imagine if the Raiders are in town now also?
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, if the Raiders are in town, you're going to
Well,
have a
let's
whole heap
check
of problems.
Raiders 2024 schedule. I think they're going to schedule around that, but we'll see. The Raiders are okay. Their schedule apparently is finalized, but they don't have the dates yet. Oh, well. I guess it is a bit too early. The NFL schedule won't be until actually I forget when they post it.
Yeah,
I
they have who they're playing, just not when and where. Or excuse
right.
me, not but when. They already know where because they have all their home games stated and their away games.
Actually, then we might be able to ascertain that right now. So let me see. If opening day is at Cincinnati Bengals, if we go by what they have right there, that is approximately September. Yes, I still have paper. Don't judge me.
I
That would
believe
be
it's
September 8th. So,
is that the second
hold
second
on.
Sunday? Because usually it's the
Yeah,
second Sunday.
Sunday, because the first
Okay.
one is, yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
NCAA.
weekend. Um, so you have the 8th, then you have at Baltimore on the 15th, and then at Denver on the 22nd of September. Oh, but it doesn't say if there's any buys. Yeah, this is a waste of time trying to figure that out because it doesn't say any buys in there. Sorry. So I I'm sure they've coordinated their schedules. So because this stuff is usually planned out.
Oh,
Or
Speedy, Tortuga, if you're listening still, start saving your money as they announced that WrestleMania 41 will take place in Las Vegas next April. So you have 1 year to say, 1 year and a month to save. You have 13 months. Save some money to go to Vegas to watch WrestleMania.
wow. Wow, a lot of tickets are already available for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. They already have the circuit again. Wow, so folks, select general admission tickets, $1,193. And I think those are the cheapest ones. Then you have the Sphere Zone standing room only, also $1,391. You have the East Harmon Zone, 1480. You
So I'm
have
supposed to pay 1,400 fucking dollars to stand.
uh no, I think there's two seats in the East Harmon. Well, okay, no, I'm sorry, you're right. No, yes, 1391. Sorry. Yes, to stand.
Fuck that.
1391 right by the Sphere.
Fuck
And
that.
it's
And in case anybody didn't hear me, fuck that.
now Big Dog, you
Yes.
have in the paddock zone two tickets, each one 16,550 each. Now you have the section terrace, two seats, 22,106 each. Now, if the Big Dog would like the sections champions club, two tickets are available at $35,230 each.
Not
Just
to not
35,000.
to
Is that all?
not to insult anybody, but how much was that again?
I think it was, oh damn it, I closed it. 35,230 each.
No offense to anybody out there, but that better come with a goddamn blowjob too.
Well, Big Dog, it is Vegas, so I don't know.
That exactly.
So is that a tell me why question, Jay? Jesus.
And the thing was is this past November, those $35,000 seats, I believe the week before or just days before were down to like $5,000 because they were not having the sales. I remember reading that on a bunch of different places that you could get massive discounts because those tickets just were not selling.
Oh, you know what, Big Dog? I may have erred. Those might have
No,
been 3-day tickets.
Really? You think
Yeah.
so?
Those might have been the 3-day tickets. I'm so sorry.
okay, but still, that still is an exorbitant amount for Vegas. I mean,
So,
if I'm gonna, I'll pay that if I'm going like to Morocco to watch it over there. That's something to say. But
okay,
Vegas,
here we go. The event is going to be in the evenings, as you know, so they can use the lights. I stand corrected, Big Dog. Just on Saturday night, the same section, the 35,320 for the 3-day, just that day are 44,038.
so that's the main race. Okay,
One day.
that's the main race.
But the other one is all 3 days, the
Hmm.
35. So, yeah. Now, we could sit, Big Dog, for $6,799 each ticket in the Section Sports Illustrated Club.
And you know, for zero for this amount of money, I could sit on my couch and watch it the same way.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and for this amount of money, I don't have to watch. So, it's all good. I don't believe I have the NASCAR event, folks, but you know, I am a fan of the road course, Sonoma. If you guys are ever going to watch a road course, in my humble opinion, you should check out the Sonoma one, the Toyota Save Mart 350, and it's usually in June or July. It is on June 9th, the Sonoma race. It's a fun race, folks, in my humble opinion. I offer to you that this course has ups, downs, lefts, rights, as opposed to the usual NASCAR Turn left.
I have a question. Does the race end inside of a racetrack, or is there like a finish line? In other words, what I'm saying, if I wanted to go see this as a fan,
Where?
where would I, Sonoma, where would I sit? Or is there seating, or is it just not possible to have fans watch this?
Oh, yes. There is what they call grass seating where you could sit in the middle, but the course, they have they have grandstand seating. And then if
Okay.
you think of like baseball, the outfield seats, there are seats along the course in numerous places. So yeah,
So
there's a bit.
are there big screens so you can watch, the stuff that you can't see?
That's a good question. I don't know. But if we go, and I'm going to switch over to the screen right now, here is what it looks like, folks. So here is the race. Here's where they do the turn. You have the grandstand seating there, which is
Okay.
G, and then you have the other seating, which is in purple. So you have another similar grandstand over here, section 2. Then you have 3, and then you have. I apologize. The iPad is being stupid. You have more seating over here.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
7. And then
here.
there's 8.
Yeah, that's a large one, a significant
And then there's
size.
what's that, 6?
I
6 for
believe
pit
you have
row?
the point also. Yeah. Pit row is right over here. Here's where the garages are and pit row. See pit lane?
Yeah, but no, I was looking at the 6. So I guess they're seating it on pit row, right? Where it says pit lane. Isn't that a
Oh
6?
yeah, actually that's
Yeah.
G, and I think that's
Oh,
the
G, I'm sorry.
grandstands. No,
Oh,
no, it's
okay.
all good, big dog. I know it's small and it's there, but they have a seating. I think they do have cameras, but I mean videos, but I don't know.
Video screen. Yeah, okay. All right.
But you see the course, and they've made adjustments over the years. It looks like this year it may be where they last year I remember this where they were going around the carousel. They may have eliminated this time. So the course does change from time to time, but like I said, there's left, rights, ups and downs, and it's really cool. It's a fun course. If you want to get into NASCAR, that would be a nice race to watch. And I always do my best to catch that game. Or I'm sorry, I didn't mean that event. It's not a game. So
It's a dome.
it's a dome.
No dome. No dome.
Snow dome. Snow dome.
No dome. There's no
Snow
dome.
dome. Snow dome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the end of the third hour here on Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. We're entering our fourth and final hour, unless my co-hosts desire to continue going. But did I give what NASCAR is doing? I think that would be the last one I'd probably have to talk about. Oh, I did. The Better Health 400, the Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's this weekend. In Hampton, Georgia, 260 laps or
Oh,
400.
no wonder it's said they say it that way. It's Georgia. Okay.
And the winner of the Daytona 500, which is generally considered opening day, last week, William Byron took it, the number 24 car. Excuse me. The results were William Byron, his starting position was 18. In second place, it was Alex Bowman, who was starting position 7. Christopher Bell was 4th. In third, Corey LaJoy was 4th, 29th. Bubba Wallace, 5th, 24. AJ Allmendinger was 6th and 28th starting position. John N. Nemechek, 7th and 10th. Eric Jones, 8th and 11th. Noah Gregson, I'm not familiar with him, but he's driving the Ford car, 9 and 38. And Chase Briscoe, the top 10, was in 10th, and he was starting was 20th. So the best place was Christopher Bell at number 4. He finished 3rd. So
Daytona, is that the one where they kiss the brick? Or which is that one?
no, that's the Brickyard, the famous one, the 500,
Yeah.
the
Brickyard 400. 400.
Indianapolis. Sorry.
Okay, so it is Indy. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm getting old.
No need to apologize, remember?
So it is what it is, folks.
Oh shit.
Had an accident?
Mm, no, 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 no.
That was perfectly timed, even though it was unintentional. Anime girl, please enlighten us.
I went down to see what was happening in the Six Nations Scotland versus England match.
Okay.
And England's winning 7-0.
Shouldn't you be happy about that?
Are you kidding me? I want the Scots to win.
Well,
Come
you're the
on, the
part-time
boy.
Brit. Well, see, that's why she's part-time. She's going for the Scottish.
Scotland. I mean, damn it. They're on record here to get the Calcutta Cup. They got to do it.
Ah, okay.
Got to do it. Shit, Lieutenant. Never mind. We still got time. We still got time. I mean, don't forget, I was born in Scotland, you know, big dog.
Yeah. You're Scottish.
Yeah. Scottish.
Mm-hmm. Scorekeeper, any updates on Oakland A's? We didn't talk about it last week, but the Las Vegas mayor, she suggested that the A's go back to Oakland and try and negotiate a deal with them. So,
Big Guy, I need you to hold that thought for a moment, please.
Okay.
I'm unfortunately getting a message from inside. Bear with me. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, dear, dear. He gone again. He gone again. He always keeps doing that, you know.
How dare he?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got an excuse here. I've got live sports and I'm reporting as I'm getting the results. I'm passing them over to whoever's interested in the Six Nations rugby. He's just doing silly tax things.
Any medical updates on your king or the king, excuse me?
He's doing a little bit back at work, but not a lot. Other than that, yeah, he had the Prime Minister in. That was on national TV just to prove that he was still mobile, I suppose.
Still ambulatory?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But people are still trying to work out what form of cancer he has. It hasn't been officially announced. So I think I know what it is, but
well, here in the States, we have been told, and of course, this is just, I guess the reports that they're getting, whether they're true or not, I have no idea. But we've been told it's colon cancer.
Colon. Oh.
Yeah, that's what we've been told.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what I've heard over the airwaves.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure. I thought it might be testicular.
Okay.
But I mean, I could be wrong, but he was in for his prostate, so who can say?
Yeah. Everything okay, scorekeeper?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a confusion right now.
A confusion.
A significant yes.
Oh, fuck it. Are you kidding me?
They scored again, huh?
Uh-huh.
Anime girl, what is going on? And folks, if you want to take a look in the chat real quick, in the private chat. So you may have now seen Mike. I'm like, what? So
So are you leaving us pretty soon?
no.
Oh.
No. Tomorrow. No. Definitely not. Some people just have a certain level of verb. So
Maybe they just wanted it over and done with.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and proceed. So anyway, there's just funny things that happen. So when I got this, like, no.
Yep, Scots. It's now England 10, Scotland 0.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No. It's about time Scotland pulled their finger out their arse and started playing. Sorry. That's an English colloquialism. Basically, to tell the team to, to think, engage brain, do something, Scotland, it's a bit more down to earth. Pull your finger out your arse and do something. But they're not doing it. England's controlling this. In 16 minutes, they've scored 10.
Wow.
So,
Pretty damn. I mean, that's impressive, for any team to score that in such a short amount
yeah.
of time.
I mean, I think it's tries and penalties. They've done it on. Yeah, tries, and conversions, and penalties.
You know what? I just looked up the word again, and Mike was wrong. When I referred to him as a bottle of ketchup, I was right.
He's on his period?
Apropos.
Anime girl like that one.
Literally introduce something that you're going to say that is related to a subject that you've just been talking about. And, I was insulted. You heard the phrase. I got it right. So, how apropos. So, you know what? I should buy some redneck repair tape for him.
Maybe you should. It might help.
Yeah.
But hey ho.
Hey ho. Ah, I get it.
No, stop being so colonial, Mr. Colonial.
Mr. Baseball Guru.
Now you quote me.
I always call you the baseball guru.
Oh, big dog.
Why
You were gonna do that?
Why would the Las Vegas mayor, who already has the stadium, contracts to be built, why would she be telling the Oakland A's to talk to Oakland to renegotiate a contract to stay there? I mean, what would be the thinking behind that? If she already has a stadium being built, I mean, why the hell? Or I don't know. Do they have the contracts to have the stadium built?
Bingo. Okay. Hold on. It's called contingency. There's so many contingencies in this deal. Folks, I've been ripped in the Facebook page by saying we're still talking about that. It's done. No, it's not. The old line is that it's not till you see the ink. Well, there's so many contingencies in this thing that it still may not happen. And further, there's a proposition going on in Oakland by the Teachers Association to get this dropped. It may not happen. This is crazy. I think
so. What are the teachers in Oakland suing for?
The money that they got cut in the budget that is being given to the A's so they could have that. The way it worked with the Raiders signed a deal that there was money that the state or the county would put aside that they could use, and the Raiders did use it, and it was already repaid and stuff. It's about $380 million that was carved out of the budget. And teachers are like, you took that out of after school and summer programs. We want that money back. So that's what they, and they're looking to get it as a proposition. So they're going to go around the legislators, not the legislative procedure.
Yeah.
Oakland does not have a deal anywhere yet to play. And here's the hypocrisy of Major League Baseball. I don't know if you kids remember last year where Major League Baseball said that the A's had to have a stadium deal in place to get the monies that they all distribute amongst themselves before the end of 2023 for the 24, 25, 26, and 27 season.
I kind of remember that. Yeah.
There was a caveat on there that it's like, well, wait a minute, but they don't have a stadium deal. They don't. So when Major League Baseball said, well, prior to those seasons, they have to have a deal in place for a new stadium. What are you going to do in the meantime? 25, 26, 27.
Yeah, I remember reading that they're trying to get like a lease, a 2 or 3 year lease to stay in Oakland while the new stadium is being built. But I know that was running into problems also. Oakland didn't want to do that. Oakland was like, "You want to leave us, and now you want us to extend you for 3 years?" I don't think so.
Well, as a matter of fact, I would lean into Oakland because they have no choice now. You see, this is how stupid they are at times. They didn't think it through. They got the deal where they're going to play. See, Oakland has been quiet, and I want to
No,
add to your
yeah,
comments.
yeah.
That's what this is. I'm adding to your comment. That Sacramento has volunteered, Utah has volunteered, and Vegas itself, the stadium is like, are you effing crazy? We already play in the evenings here. What are you going to use? Cashman Field? Cashman Field is a memorial now. I suppose it could get ready, but the A's, wherever they're going to play right now, is going to suck. But they don't have a deal in place. Where's Major League Baseball in? Well, you have to have a stadium deal in place if you want the monies for 25, 26, and 27. There is no stadium. I don't get it.
So unlike over here, when you have the football team that loses its football field, they can't play in a neighbouring over here. They were playing a neighbouring football stadium and still claim the money. You can't do that with baseball.
No, it has to be their stadium.
Emergency circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, a lot of stupid people, a lot of stupid people on the internet. I never say that. The blogosphere. That's what I mean by blogosphere. Stupid people. They were, unlike the West Coast Barry Bonds contract. Thank you very much. You're welcome, ESPN. Anyway, unlike that one, they're saying, well, they could play at every other stadium that's on the road. No. So they're saying that
that's hilarious.
They can play in San Diego. They can play in Los Angeles. They can play in San Francisco. They can, and the Major League Baseball Players Association said, we have agreements in place just for that. So it's not like the Major League Baseball players said, oh, no, you can't do that. We don't like that. They said, it's against the rules. Toma. So there's a lot of stuff that's coming out here that the Baseball Players Association said, we're not going to do that. It's not the way it works. We have agreements in place. So it's getting curiouser and curiouser. And now the mayor of Las Vegas, when made that statement, I really don't know where that came from. I really don't.
Yeah, because I would maybe expect that from like the Oakland mayor or something, or but for the Las Vegas mayor to say, hey, maybe talk to, go back to Oakland to talk to the, city council or whoever you have to talk to and see if you could maybe stay there instead. And I'm thinking, well, you already put the destruction date of the Flamingo in. So that's going to 10th or 9th or something.
There could be something else at play.
Yes.
Like they've decided that they don't want the A's there, and they want something else.
Because I think some developers probably come to the mayor and said, instead of building that stadium, we can build, 100 and 80-story brand new casino that'll bring in billions of dollars.
Exactly.
Look, folks, look at what the Raiders did. They built it right next to the strip. I mean, you literally cross the freeway and it's right there. It is walking distance. The T-Mobile Arena,
Yes.
is behind the casino where they've had a lot of events. So it
Hmm.
works. There is nothing like this on the strip other than other hotels, gas stations, and a few restaurants. It is tailored for that stuff. It's walkabout. I love the concept of having your stadium on Main Street, USA, on the main, but it is so rare
Well,
when that happens.
well, it
It's
won't be on the strip. It'll be right behind it because there's the
if
Flamingo is not
we
on.
go by the images, big dog, it is on the strip, which we learned the images were false.
Yeah, because the Flamingo now, the way it sits, is behind another hotel. You have to actually go past the strip on Flamingo Road, I believe, and you go past the strip, and it's the first left turn. So they're behind the one that's on the corner of the strip and Flamingo and and Flamingo Road. The hotel is actually right behind them. That and there's a hotel in front of it. That's the hotel that has the grassy part on top where you can party on the roof, and they have the roof bar and the roof dancing area and stuff. The Flamingo's right behind that.
Well, it's not going to happen as of right now if the teachers get their way.
Talk about a clusterfuck, man.
It is
They should
amusing to me.
they should have done exactly what we were talking about as a group 2 years ago, whatever it's been. Find a spot in North Las Vegas, find a spot, maybe in Henderson, not on the strip, like what the Raiders did. They found a spot right behind the strip. If anything, tear down the damn Rio. The Rio's pretty much done from what I've read and seen.
I've
There,
read a lot of that too, which is crazy.
yeah, that would be a perfect spot. You would have, the
Well,
stadium right there.
well, what happened was it, and folks, please help me out on this. Was it Meyer's syndrome or something? They had a significant breakout of some disease. Uh, um,
Yes, that was a couple of years ago, and
I think it never.
a lot of people stopped going there. But then also all the shops that were there, they all pulled out, and of course COVID happened, so the buffets closed down. Remember that they're the ones that had the buffet of the buffet of the world or whatever they called it.
Folks, Rio changed everything with the buffet.
Oh
They
yeah,
had eight. Okay, this was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I remember
yep,
this vividly,
yep,
and correct me if I'm wrong. They had whatever it was at breakfast. They had 18 stations. Okay, think of something you could walk around or go by. Each station had from, if it was breakfast, one station was from America, one was from Central America, one from Asia. It was 18 different stations, and each station had, my God, big dog, it's all
yeah,
memory now, but it was like each station had 18 different items.
yeah.
It was unreal. And
And
it was
then
wow.
and they had the circus stuff going on overhead. That went away. I just saw a video on them maybe a month or two ago, and it's desolate. Um, I think they said you can get rooms for like $12 a night, but that the rooms are run down. And of course, they said there's feral cats everywhere.
Where's this?
The Rio in
The
Vegas,
Rio Hotel in Las Vegas, which is about
and
a
yeah,
block to west of the 15 freeway. So it
yeah,
would be
it's right
effectively
behind Caesars, right?
Well, according to this, that's where the
possible.
flamingo is. The flamingo.
That's the other way. The other side of the freeway, go the other way, and I believe it's you go over the freeway, and then I believe it's one hotel, and then it's the Rio, and across the Rio is the Palms, and the
Okay.
Palms has had a big resurgence
Yeah,
ever since the that Indian
oh, I've got the palms here. Palms
yeah,
Dinner
the Rio
Resort.
should be across the street from that.
No, I've got Ping Pang Pong. Whatever that is. Don't seem to be there.
And folks, this is all conjecture on Sports Talk with the Guys. We're not accusing
Yes.
anyone of it. We are going by the blogosphere right now. As much as we make fun of them, we are going by what we've read. And there are many articles that even as of July 21st, is it safe to walk to the Rio from the Strip in Las Vegas? Wow.
Yeah, because that is a kind of a shitty area.
Well, looking at this, I mean, I can't see where they could put a sports stadium.
Well, what they were going to do is tear down the Flamingo.
Well, yeah, but
again,
I mean,
the imagery that they gave to the representatives, they were hoodwinked. They lied. They were fake.
yeah, I mean, looking at this, you've got Las Vegas Boulevard South and East Flamingo Road.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. They were going to take
That's it.
that casino down, and the stadium was going to be there. And now, there was a whole thing on the stadium footprint, which was going to be either 8 or 9 acres. That is, it's like putting them in a cardboard box. It's very, very small.
Looking at it this
Yeah.
way,
Yeah, because
it would. I mean,
isn't it? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at what I've got here, because I put in Flamingo Las Vegas and it's come up. And I mean, you got the 15 way over the far side.
Yeah.
Caesar's Palace and that.
Yeah.
Between the 15 and the Flamingo. And I mean, looking at it, you've got the Ling Las Vegas, the Monte Cristo Cigar Bar, and the Barista Hole in the Wall. They're all surrounding the blooming joint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, those are all right in front of the Flamingo. The Flamingo's behind that, but it's all the parking and their convention area that's going to get torn down. So supposedly, like Scorekeeper said, it's like putting it in a small box. But and I believe it's going to be an extremely small stadium. Is it going to be like 30,000, Scorekeeper?
Oh, folks, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's about 33,000. Yeah, that they mentioned.
And I believe that would be the smallest stadium in Major League Baseball.
And hopefully we didn't mess up, folks. We're talking about the Tropicana. Okay, the Tropicana. And
I thought it was a Flamingo.
hold on. Yeah, because it's opposite the Raiders Stadium. So let me find the Raiders Stadium.
Raiders Stadium down the bottom here.
Yeah, it's at the very end of the strip, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Starbucks and all that around the
I'm looking at the map. I apologize, folks. So if you look at it, it is, as Big Dog says, it's right there on Tropicana and on Las Vegas Boulevard, because everyone talked about the T-Mobile Arena being almost across the street. It's on the northwest corner, and this is a hotel that's going to be closed. Let me switch over to the map right here, folks. Now, I don't want to be repetitious on other people, but this is what exists there right now. And the images that they painted showed the stadium in this area right here. The footprint that they're talking about, 9 acres, is something like this little square right here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
and it is a Tropicana. My bad. I was saying the Flamingo like crazy, and you're right. It was
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's right here on Tropicana Avenue. And so look, in Vegas parlance, check this out. You have the Allegiant Stadium here, and then you have T-Mobile Arena here. This is what I was talking about, where it's behind the strip, because this is the strip. And it's really only like 2 miles long, this entire strip right here. Here's the Sphere over here. And this is where it's going to be, allegedly. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it is on the strip. Yeah. That's mine.
So right now, it is still set to close or cease operations in the first or second week of April. I believe it's the second.
I thought it was like April 10th or 12th, somewhere in that date.
Yeah. So This is a massive intersection, and when you look at it closely, they have these walkways to walk across Tropicana and Vegas Boulevard, because at this point, Vegas is like 8 to 10 lanes. Tropicana is also 8 to 10 lanes. So it's a hassle. You cannot actually cross here. You've got to go on these walkways, as I'm pointing out with my mouse right here. This is the New York, New York, and this is the T-Mobile Arena back here. Now, for the longest time before this arena was built, there was a temporary structure there where they would have a lot of fights and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, there was also one right behind the Mandalay Bay. Oh, it actually still is there.
It's still
The
there. Yeah.
old
That's the former spot where they used to have all the really big fights.
yeah,
Mandalay Bay took over
which was a
Caesars.
purpose-built stadium because
Yes.
everywhere else it was like intense, wasn't it? Temporary.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was open air, which was really kind of cool. But yes, now folks, again, we're not trying to slam the Rio because we've all been there, we've enjoyed it, but the Rio is a bit further north, and it is where is the
No,
Rio?
I think you're too far, I think.
It's fairly close. Oh, here, that's the Palace Station. I guess I did go too far. Oh,
Yeah, it
did.
should be behind like Caesars.
Oh, it's right here. It's I saw the Kiss World featuring, so I missed it. But this is the Rio. Unfortunately, it did. This was the place to be, and it's just on
Yeah.
the other side of the 15 on Flamingo Road.
Yeah, just it's been run down, unfortunately.
The Flamingo is here. One of the oldest ones still there. I think it's only a
Yeah,
matter of
so
time.
it's right behind Caesars. 'Cause that's Caesars on yeah. That should all be Caesars, correct?
Yeah, this is all Caesars right here.
Yeah. So like I said, yeah, so the Rio's behind Caesars on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
the
was
Palms
up
should be
there.
across the street from that, right, Raj?
The Palms.
Isn't the Palms like across from the Rio? Where it says, yeah, where that W is?
There it is, Palms. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
I have never been to the Palms.
Yeah, they just reopened last year, maybe late 2022.
This casino's not 20 years old, is it?
The Palms?
Yeah.
The Palms is, yeah, yeah, because remember the Maloofs used to own it. The Sacramento Kings
I don't
owners.
think I ever went there.
Yeah, that was more of that was actually a hot spot for a while because Hugh Hefner had a lot of his Playboy parties there. They got into some sort of an agreement, the Maloofs and Hugh Hefner. So a lot of the Playboy parties would happen there. But they were known for their themed rooms. So they had one, there was like a bowling alley in it. There was one that had a basketball court in it. There's one that has the outside pool. You're like on the 40th floor, and the pool actually extends out so you can actually swim, and it has a glass bottom.
And
so
there it is. I believe you can clearly see it right
Yeah.
there, the extend.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
They reopened. It's the same Indian tribe that owns Morongo, I believe, are the ones that bought the Palms.
Oh. Okay. I have never been there.
I thought you had. I thought someone, a friend of yours, got you a room there or something or other. You were
Oh,
meeting
no,
them
not
there
the
for
Palms.
something.
That was at the Hilton at the time when it was still Hilton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the Las Vegas Hilton. But anyway, yeah, that's just a quick look at Vegas right there, folks. Look, it's curious as to what's going on. These projects are billion-dollar projects that are way above us. And who are the ones that pay for it? We do. We pay for it by buying food, concessions, and tickets, and that's fine. But the deal in Vegas, as it was with the Raiders, folks, and way sidetrack. The Raiders deal has benefited Las Vegas beyond
big
measure,
time.
beyond
Big time.
measure. And Oakland is trying to duplicate that deal. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen because everything is staged on sellouts of a $33,000 stadium for a team that has to sell out like for every game. And everyone talks about that. Yeah, maybe the first year, maybe. And it has to be successful for like 5 or 6 years in sellouts. Folks, Vegas is not a sports city for tourists. It's the people there. And Las Vegas fans are very discriminating. See, you can get away with it for the Raiders because people will fly in for the week. I mean, it's a big deal. And again, folks, everyone in Vegas will tell you the Raiders a stadium thing it's been a boon for Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Everyone there is making money.
and the reason why it works for the Raiders, because being Raider fans, Roger and I, the Raiders have sucked the last 10 years. They're
Really?
they're getting better, but the fact is there's a legacy behind that. It's like Dallas or the Yankees or the Lakers. People will go to see them just because of who they are.
Yeah.
And that's why you have sellouts or near sellouts, near capacity every Sunday when the Raiders are playing because of just who they are. As scorekeeper said, you're not going to get that with the A's. They don't have the lineage of a team like that. They're not the Dodgers. They're not the Yankees. They're not the Astros. Much as I hate them, but they pull people in. The A's just don't have that. And like scorekeeper says, maybe the first year, maybe the second year, but after that, you're going to go back to having 1,500 people in the stands, like they did plenty of times in Oakland.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
I feel I want to
Exactly.
add something that maybe I didn't make clear. Folks, don't get me wrong. In Major League Baseball terms, athletics, they actually are baseball royalty. Like it or not.
They
But what
were.
this owner, yes, I was about to say, this owner has destroyed that royalty.
Yeah.
I think it was either Stephen A. Smith or Berman said what the Raiders are doing to Raider Nation before they left was a crime. How incident or correct or symmetry, whatever, that the Oakland Athletics are doing the same thing to the fan base. They're destroying it. And it's a shame. But yet, folks, we're not stupid. The owners are there for or making money. So yes, and Nevada is throwing in $380 million for it. Not even close to what they put in for the Raiders. But
Well, that's because it's the Raiders and this is the A's. It's commensurate to where you are.
folks, the Oakland the Las Vegas area had Cashman Field just north of downtown, and it did well. But it's 81 games during the summer when it's hot. Now they have a new stadium over on the west side, not far from one of my seminary brothers. That's why I wanted to go to the minor league games there. The stadium's nice, but they play their games in the evening, and they're doing well. Even still, they've been I think they're the Aviators. They've done well, but it's a minor league park. It's 7 or 8,000, which can expand to maybe 12 to 15. I am not making it up. I'm going by the numbers I remember. So the Oakland Athletics are going to play there? No, they already have a minor league team there. You're talking the Vegas Heat. Not going to happen. So
that's why the Raiders play in a dome, don't they, in Las Vegas?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
You can't play baseball in a dome, can you? It's
actually,
not possible.
Well, yeah, there's domes.
It's done, yes. But
I will say that whatever if the A's go to Las Vegas, that stadium should be domed. It should be a dome stadium. I know they're not going to do it because it would be exponentially more money, but for them to even have a chance in the long term because of the heat, like scorekeeper said, they need to have a dome because even if they're playing at night, those nighttime in Vegas in July, it could be 10 o'clock at night and it's still over 100 degrees.
Yeah, as you say, it's still hot at night.
Yeah, so you're sitting there at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. It's going to be, in July and August, you're looking at 100 easy every single night. Easy.
Yeah.
So it has to be.
I suppose in a way, it's like Singapore. I mean, you look at Singapore during the day, and it's extremely hot and humid. Do you think nighttime, sun goes down, it's dark, it would ease up? No. Singapore, I mean, I sat in Singapore for 4 hours, and I got to be honest, by the time I got back on the plane, you'd have thought I'd been swimming because of the humidity. It was that.
I hate the humidity.
You around people. You need to be in somewhere air conditioned. You don't want to be outside.
At least Vegas, it's just like Arizona. At least Vegas, it's a dry heat.
Yeah. Yeah, but nah.
But it's still hot though. I mean, yeah, for me, any baseball team that's going to be going to Vegas, it has to be a dome stadium, no matter who goes.
Yeah. Because and it's got to be a bit larger than what they're.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny that Vegas now over the last, let's say 5 to 7 years has now become a sporting city. They have football, they have the women's basketball. They're soon to be getting NBA franchise whenever they decide to open up and enlarge the NBA. Adam Silver has said Vegas is first on the list to get an expansion team. So they've already said that. They have the Golden Knights. So they have the hockey team. I'm sorry?
Where would they put the NBA?
In the same place that the Golden Knights play right now in the women's NBA. I'd have to see where they're playing.
Okay. I just wondered. I mean, because surely sometimes the two would clash.
When they do something like that, they'll have an afternoon game and an evening game. Okay. That usually happens only on like weekends.
Yeah.
That happens a lot here at Crypto, which was Staples Center.
Yeah.
So like when the Lakers and the Clippers have a game both at home, Lakers of course are royalty. So they make the Clippers play the afternoon game. We always get the night game.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
And it's really crazy. You should look up a YouTube video on the changeover between the Clippers court and the Lakers court, because they're two completely different basketball courts. And to watch the stop motion video on how they can do it,
it's fun.
It's incredible.
I know this may sound a really stupid question. And this is because I don't really follow baseball that closely.
Proceed.
I beg your pardon?
You said it may be a stupid question regarding baseball. I said proceed.
Okay. Wouldn't there be any way of the A's sharing the stadium with another franchise?
Fan bases. Look, okay.
I don't. That's never been done with baseball, right? Because I know it's done in football. Because you have the Giants and the Giants and the Jets, and then it's the Rams and the Chargers share the stadium.
The actual answer is yes, for short periods of time. Look at the redress of Yankee Stadium in the 70s. The Yankees and Mets played at the Met Stadium for within, I think it was a year or two.
Yeah.
So not a long term, no way. And there have been times when teams have shared because of emergency circumstances, whatever, but it doesn't happen all that often. But I'm hoping the big dog does return. I'm going to have to be going. I knew I was going to have to leave soon, but I'm going to have to be out of here. You guys
didn't I just see something flashy in your place?
Say what?
Didn't I just see some lights or something flashing behind you somewhere?
I turned the lights on. They're kind of flashing a little bit. Yeah, they are. I think I'm going to have to replace the fluorescent ones soon.
So. Oh, you see, we've got LED ones over here now. We don't fluorescent tubes anymore. They're LEDs.
the garage has 2 large fluorescent lights. I never had to change them, so I'm not surprised time. Oh no, actually, I did change one when I just moved in. So I'm probably gonna have one more to go. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to be on my way. I know the big dog is here.
Yeah,
He has to
well,
go away for a
it's
moment.
it's not a problem. And if you got to go and the big dog got to go, it don't bother me. I can bail. It don't bother
Well,
me.
I'm
in the
not sure where the
slightest.
big dog is right now,
I don't know what he's doing. He just suddenly disappeared.
but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my day going much sooner than I thought.
That's
But
okay.
beyond that, um, I just wish the big dog were here. I didn't want to end it while he steps away and just end it. And that's
Well, you
I'll
may
be
have
rude to
to.
him in other ways, just not that one.
Yeah. You may have to if he ain't going to come back and you got to go. It's as
Okay.
simple as that.
Well, if you're
I'm
gonna,
back. I'm
there
back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm
all
back.
right, big dog, I'm turning it over to you. I have to be on
No,
my.
it's okay. You can end it. We're pretty much done.
I want to thank everyone that joined us. Anime Girl, I
Yep.
want you to prep on taking us away for next week. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I'm going to be available. I don't want to make a big deal of it. Everyone knows that I'm going to have a procedure done on the 29th. So I don't know what my weekend is looking. I don't know how I'm going to react. I'm actually going to have 2 things done. I don't know how to explain the second one, but I'm going to have an epidural. I'm actually going to be put under on Thursday, but they're also going to go in and take a look. And I don't know the term. They're like going to like put a camera. They're almost like poking a hole to take a look in there. In addition,
Oh, like keyhole surgery.
it could be. I don't pretend to know. All I've been told is they're going to take a look. So
Yeah. It sounds like they got keyhole camera.
I really don't know how I'm going to react. I'm hoping that this does serve, but I'm not going to be available for Back to Galactica. We're not doing that on Thursday night. I just don't know how I'm going to be feeling I'll know Friday. I'll have an idea. Hopefully everything goes well. But
Yeah, you got my hopes and dreams go with you, man.
folks, my neck hurts, my shoulder, my arm, everything. If any of you who know me, how I am when it comes to shots, I've passed out when I mean, that was years ago, but I want
Yeah,
the pain.
well, it's understandable.
I really do. I want the pain to go away, and I'm looking forward to this. But the long range plan is 3 shots over the next 9 months. Oh my God.
So you're going in to have the neck procedure and a circumcision. Okay, no problem. Both the top and bottom. Cool.
I thought I was clear by saying I don't know how I'm going to feel. That's why. And I could be moody after the procedure. So
Moody, mate. If you get the snip, you're going to be more than moody. I'm telling you.
well, the funny thing is, I didn't know you could go in for 2 circumcisions. So, big dog, take us away. I gotta go. So we'll see
Okay,
you guys.
man.
Well, maybe they're adding. They're gonna reattach.
They didn't tell me that. I hope my insurance. Oh, I hope my insurance pays. Dumb.
All right.
Good business, man.
Good seeing
Okay.
you. Tell your mother hi. I hope she's doing as well as she can be doing. And
Yeah.
yeah, I know. So have a good rest of your weekend. Have a safe rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try and get on. I'll try and get on in the morning. Okay.
Adios, my man. Bye.
Take care. Bye.